2, 3, let's go. Walking hand in hand on the ocean floor, down deep we wander. Louder we sing, no there is no cure in this together. I don't wanna tell you that it's not real. Nothing is a fairy tale. Everything about you is so unreal. It won't be pretty when it ends. Now how could I leave with your sweet love on me? Yeah, yeah. Something about you always makes it harder. When you got my lipstick on your white shirt collar. Till the rest go home. Now I only see you. Hearts and letters carved into the shore. We'll never grow old. I don't wanna tell you that it's not real. Nothing is a fairy tale. But everything about you is so unreal. It won't be pretty when it ends. Now how could I leave with your sweet love on me? Yeah, yeah. Something about you always makes it harder. When you got my lips
I just wanna make you mine, 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 mine. I just wanna make you mine, 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 mine. I just wanna make you mine, 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 mine. I just wanna make you mine. I just wanna make you. I just wanna make you. I just wanna make you. Mine, 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 mine. I just wanna make you mine, 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 mine. I just wanna make you. I just wanna make you mine, I just wanna make you. just wanna make you mine. Mine, mine, mine. Mine, 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 mine. I just wanna make you mine. Mine, mine, mine. I just wanna make you. I just wanna make you mine.
Welcome to Season 8 of OOR's GT3 Sprint Series. Tonight we head to Monza for round 1, 8 corners, up to 44 drivers, 11 manufacturers, and 100% chance of entertainment. Tonight is our super sprint format, 2 30-minute races per split, with a super qualifying and reverse grid for race 2, with race 2 being at 8 p.m. Monza time. My name is Jamie Conboy, and I am joined by Farmers Union #1 stakeholder Neil Alexander and winner of Repugnup's most eligible bachelor, Alex Bowen. Gentlemen, welcome to Season 8.
G'day, mate. How's it going? That was a great one for Alex there.
Yeah. I mean, I may be young, but sure, we'll go with that.
How are you, JC?
More than excited. I give you the tip. I have been hanging out for the Sprint Series, and Monza Turn 1, we all know it has a reputation, so to start off with that, I am, as I said, more than keen.
I hold high hopes for Turn 1.
I am 100% expecting Turn 1 to be an all-out mess, specifically in that second sprint race.
I think Monza does scare everyone for Turn 1. It's obviously full on because how much speed you're approaching that chicane, but you just never know. Things might be nice and clean. It is 2 races tonight. Is that a wet track but sun out? I swear I was seeing water then. It is! There's spray! What is going on?
Yeah, there's reflection on the road. You're not wrong. Well spotted.
There you go. The track is damp. Okay, damp. 21 degrees. No winds. Very, very interesting. You'll see tonight we've got a brand new ACC TV broadcaster. So we're going to be trialling that this week to see how we go with it. A little bit more information we can provide the audience. So fingers crossed it works well. So bear with us with ironing a few bugs out.
Looks nice, the new UI. I don't mind that.
I really enjoy the tower. I really do like the tower on the left-hand side.
It does look very, very well organised.
Once we get the race underway, we'll be able to show you some more information that we can provide, which a lot of people have been screaming out for over the past 12 to 18 months. Now, tonight, several debutants. I won't even go through them. Some familiar faces. What are we expecting to be the pace setting here for qualifying? Do you have any idea?
Well, it's a fast split. Looking at some of those names, goodness me, we've got a very fast split on our hands to start us off. Not sure if we dip into 46s. I hope not, because I'm nowhere near that. 47.1 I'll have a crack at as a starting pole time.
I think you're going a bit conservative there. I'm going all in on a 46.9.
46.9.
It is definitely possible considering some of the caliber of drivers we have in this split.
Does the damp track affect it though?
I mean, considering it's going to get, you'd think it would get drier. So like you're probably not going to see times that as low as what we're thinking. Maybe like depending on how the track improves, it'll probably be about. Yeah, high 47, low 48.
Yeah, I didn't consider the wetness. Absolutely forgot about that. Considering we're looking at it.
This down, sorry, you've already locked it in. I'm going to go with a 48 flat. No, all right, we'll probably still see a 47. 46 is in this track condition. Because it's only a short quali. That's the thing. If it was 15-minute qualifying, maybe they would clear all that water. But we've been wrong in the past, and no doubt we're going to be wrong here.
I mean, the track is still damp, which is strange because there is a bit of sun out and there's plenty of cars out on track.
Yeah, definitely plenty of cars out on track. I think we have 41 tonight no, I'm wrong, 42 plus the safety car. Safety car was voted by the marshals / stewards this season, and they're looking for pain because there's going to be the Maserati going around. So good luck to that person driving that car.
I think they voted for the name more than anything else.
There it is.
Oh, it looks nice.
Beautiful. Right, let's just go on board with one of our debutants. I'll just turn this autopilot off because that's frustrating me. Messy part of the circuit, as you can see. So this is not much of a flyer with all this traffic around. But a lot easier to yeah, that font in the bottom right, I'm not sold on it, but as we're on a trial run, I didn't even know that new fastest lap thing came up, and now I've got overlay over top of it. So there we go, teething issues. Yeah, I didn't realise the font at the bottom right, but we can change it once we subscribe to this program. There's a 53 flat, that's well off the mark, so that just shows you how the conditions are having an effect, would you say?
We have gone from damp to greasy pretty quickly, though. So, as Alex said before, the track is going to come to it. It's only 3 minutes to go, though, so that 46 is off the table.
I'm rather surprised by how slowly the track is improving, considering you'd think that it would improve considering how many are out there and with the conditions at hand in terms of what's in the sky. It's strange that it's still only at greasy.
I don't remember seeing it do that before. I know it does that sometimes when you have like a session prior that has some rain, but yeah. So because practice is actually done on the day 2 on the server, where this is done on day 3, so we kind of want to really surprise people, which we have definitely done that today. Bang.
Oh, don't know about that.
None of that. Lesmo 2 is going to be very hot and heavy tonight. I can't remember last season we did Monza in the sprints. Wow! Welcome to Lamborghini Racing. Someone's just launched themselves. Do you have a certain corner here where it always defeats you?
I can't really get to grips with either of the Lesmos, especially Lesmo 2, and because Lesmo 2 is so important, obviously with the straight after it, that's probably my biggest delta killing corner is both Lesmos, but particularly Lesmo 2.
Yep.
I think Ascari's got to be the corner where I seem to struggle a bit more at, purely because of how tight it is and how good your line needs to be able to be quick. Speaking of quick, we just had Ashland Reynolds go top with the first 52 of the session.
With that, I'm just going to quickly remove our overlay because I didn't know that was showing up there. Yeah, this is really going to mix it up for this grid to start race 1. Obviously, this is our first season we've been using ballast, so that'll be interesting as the season goes by.
It should make for a tight affair at least throughout the season.
You can see all those green deltas popping up now, which is something we couldn't see before unless we're on basic HUD and you only see one driver doing it. But now we've got a full picture.
That. That's very nice. Being able to see how many drivers are improving and which one you can quickly see that one that Anthony Ward's up 4/10, so he's looking rather good for an improvement.
Reynolds up 6, massive.
Yeah, 6/10 on what is already the quickest lap, so he's flying. Clearly has his setup dialed in. Yeah,
what are
there's
we
only
going to
30 seconds to go, and plenty of cars have just crossed the line, so they'll be hoping that their time's going to hold up. There's going to be a couple more cars coming around the Parabolica now who might get one more lap in.
Driver currently on board with Matthew Pinata seems to be well up on his time currently, almost a second.
Yeah, there's going to be someone coming from the clouds here. A little bit of a wiggle there, Parabolica. Still going to be a cracking lap. This is pole so far. Or will it be? Oh, just for 100s.
Wow, that is really well done.
Mr. Peabody in chat very rightly pointing out that we have no excuse now as commentators to get the drivers' first names wrong anymore, as they are right there in front of us. That's a very good point. I am criminal in terms of butchering people's names, so I'm very appreciative of it.
Oh, the first name's the easy part.
It's always the last names that get you.
Well, we only used to have initials though, and I've
Bang.
sort of not learnt everyone's names yet, so who's G? Well, it's George now until I learn otherwise. Jake Baldwin goes quickest.
Wow, Pinata and
coming
Houlihan
in.
have exactly the same time.
Smith is up 2.2. So as I was saying, someone's going to come from the clouds here. Smith is
Dan
coming
Hunter came across. Dan Hunter came across with a pretty good time, put himself into P2.
Smith's just lost a bit of time in that last
Gets it.
corner, but he's got it.
4/10. Beautiful. Thornton was quick through practice. Doesn't improve. Maybe invalidated.
Megan D's up 7/10. It's not going to be good for pole, but she'll grab a couple of spots, maybe up to P6, P7 if she can. She's got another 3/10 in Parabolica though, so maybe a little
She'll
higher.
be about third.
Oh, for a second row.
Very, very well done by Megan D there, right at the death.
That's really shaked it up. Bakita down at 18th. She's going to have a field day running through this field. Who else is a bit lower down? Did everyone get a time in? Braden Ross down at 42nd. Tyquin. So yeah, quite interesting. That is something that I haven't seen before, and I don't know what that's from. Oh, it's the thing that Scope put up. So as you can see, that's the track map there.
Ah yes, my favourite track.
There we go. Gone. All right.
Interesting start to season 8. A greasy qualifying. Super sprint reverse grid pole 2 for race 2 here. So
Is that rain that I see in the...
Oh my goodness. It is
yes, 30
between-
minutes in.
that could be between. It could be 11 minutes in.
Oh boy, we have an exciting race on our hands here.
I like the car images they've got. So there we go. Ferrari, Lamborghini on the front row, followed by an Aston and a Porsche. couple of Burks, a Nissan, a Lexus. So good mix there. Very interesting start. Paqueta returns, as you can see, with car number 1 from being our Pro Class champion from last season. Taking the number 1 from Zachary Smith.
Just goes to show how strong some of this field is. Or you have 16 drivers in the top 20 are pro drivers, which is just insane when you think about it.
Yep. Not wrong there. Just flick down through the order. He's leading AM. There's a safety car as well. There's a safety car. Maserati, you brave human. Brave human. There's quite a few drivers that didn't set a classification time, which is unfortunate. So a lot of this will change for a few drivers, but we've always been flexible in our sprint series with our classes. Paints a better picture after a couple of rounds. And good luck to the safety car drivers driving this thing without its traction control. Probably the nicest sounding car in the game though. Aston V12 21. No, is it the V12 that wants to have an argument with that?
I think, yeah.
Sounds like it's stuck in first.
Oh, I mean, it is meant to be a safety car. It's not meant to go that quick.
It does have a nice little grumble to it, though.
It does. Can't wait to get deep into this broadcasting stuff. It shows you where you started, how many positions you've gained, your last pit stop times. Pretty much things you expect from iRacing HUDs. So ACC TV done very well with this HUD. They've used it at LFM, I think SRO use it. This is just the trial version, as I was saying before, so nothing's customised. So what you see now is probably going to be very different to next week. The safety car snags P1. I wonder if that's going to really stuff up the broadcast tower there. Alright, let's predict a minute that the rain starts to fall. I'm going to say 21st minute.
Yeah, probably about right from what I'd say. Maybe about 23rd minute.
I'll say 15 minutes in, halfway through. Just start to see the first little droplets on the windscreen.
What do you reckon, chat? Thank you very much, by the way, Hamster, for the donation.
Oh yeah, big 50. Very nice. Love that. Thank you, Mr. Bushell.
Seen a lot so far agree with my 23rd minute prediction.
It could be on the 30 mark and have no relevance to this race whatsoever, but I'd like it to have some little interest in the race results. Who does it affect the most? Well, I know one person who can't wait for it, and that's Ashland Reynolds in the Nissan. He loves it here in that car and just loves it in the wet.
Bruce reckons we're not going to get rain. We're going to get done by Jeff. It's not a bad call.
I mean, Jeff has striked us many times before, so I wouldn't be surprised if it happens again.
Don't you bring Jeff into this. Poor Jeff. Alright, which one of you two would like to call race one?
I'm jumping all over this. I know there's carnage coming here.
Alright, yeah. I reckon race 2 is going to be worse, but...
We've got all these pro class drivers. They all know the rules going into turn 1 at Monza, but when push comes to shove, they are race car drivers, and they will only be interested in making a couple of spots here and there, and that's when it all goes to. So we'll see what happens, but it will be Zachary Smith who leads us away with Jake Baldwin, Megan D and Daniel Hunter right there with him. Could have been straighter lines, but anyway. A couple of cars diving off to the side there as we go green. We've got a 3 wide happening already. Goodness me, this is going to be a car park. Couple on the grass, that's not how you want to brake. 3 wide into turn 1. Jake Baldwin has got the jump and gets away pretty cleanly. Smitty behind him. Everyone's seeming to tuck in nicely there. There is a couple of 3 wides and it is very slow going, but it looks like they have made it through pretty clean, which you'll love to see. You're welcome for the reverse curse, split yellow. Carry on. On board with Dan Hunter. A couple of little exclamation points there. I'm interested to hear what those might be. Stewards are investigating their actions, perhaps. But what a start for Jake Baldwin. Down into turn 1, he had the run and he pulled it up nicely, and everyone had to tuck in behind him. There's a bit of action in the back there. A couple of cars have gone round. There's dust flying. Saw an orange, sort of creamy peach looking thing spinning the wrong way, so not ideal for that driver.
Looked like a Nissan that was around back there.
They stand out, the Nissans, don't they, those big bottomed girls?
Oh yes, they do.
Coming up now into Ascari for the first time. Sorry, Bell, take me away.
I will say though, overall, we've had a fairly clean start, although we do have a yellow flag in the background.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Could have gone way worse. Especially down into turn 1, I thought it was going to be really bad. We had like 3 or 4 wide, and there was a couple that were on the grass that it looked like it was going to go horrible, but they managed to keep it together, so just testament to the quality of the drivers here in split yellow. Around Parabolica for the first time.
This train.
So everyone's settled in a little bit now, and the lap 1 nerves are over. Now that everyone's relaxed, do we get a little bit of action down here into turn 1 as we see David Thornton under all sorts of pressure from a couple of drivers. Scott Blair's one there with him.
Letting this little gaggle here.
Just thought I'd point out, Philippa Bakila is already in P12.
Yeah, Mel, you did say she would cut through the field, and that's a very good start from Philippa.
There we go, some position changes. It's a lovely little graphic.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it? And as you said, Alex Philippa up 6, so she's the biggest mover that we've got so far. Not too many drivers having lost more than 1 position. There's a couple of unlucky guys there, but no one's dropped more than 3 or 4, so that's a good start for almost everyone. But yeah, it was Jake Baldwin, as I said, who got the start that he wanted, and Pip Smithy into turn 1, so very nice for him. So we're up to a fast track at the moment, which I believe is what we started at the moment. Started on. That rain is
a bit loose
freezing.
from Baldwin. That's going to allow...
Oh,
and he's around.
Oh, no. So after that good start, it's all come unstuck for Jakey Baldwin. Oh, there's a lot of cars having to try and dodge him, and it has caused a death.
Baxter Hopkinson, oh no.
So swaps things around. Hunter now leads from D. Smith, Houlihan. So the fastest lap there, pop up from both our client and the game client. As you can see, it's really starting to fasten up a bit. So we still don't have the 10-minute mark for rain coming. Oh, that's close.
I think that was a car around as well.
Could be. Might be Nipris.
Yeah, it looks like Matt Nipris is around.
Trying to find him, but no luck. Don't think the ACC tools are used to this many cars in a small area.
Looks like we've got the mouse cursor hovering around in the middle of the screen, trying to get a hold of Monza's cars and throw them off track. That's not ideal. Get out of the way, mouse cursor.
Is that on broadcast as well?
It is, yes.
How do I get rid of that?
Well, it's gone now. Just move it over the edge. But look at it.
That's my
There should be a way in OBS to disable capture cursor.
That's
if you
purely
do.
from the new bot. We'll
So-
continue on. We'll get rid of that in a second.
Just trying to knock the cars off the circuit. I don't mind it. Just throw an extra spanner in the works.
Adds a bit of excitement.
On board with Lockie Henderson. A couple of green sectors, so nice little lap from him so far. Being chased down by Ashland Reynolds, who we saw was very quick in qualifying. Clearly has the pace.
Like we have a battle going on at the front between multiple drivers.
Where do you look at the moment?
Yeah, it's battles all over the place, isn't there? Love to see it.
Well, here we go then. We've got a nice view between battle of David Thornton and Ashland Reynolds. Side by side into the first chicane. Looks like Thornton's come out the other side ahead. And what can Philippa do about this?
Yeah, Philippa just biding her time nicely here.
So good, so good idea.
Couple of nice looking liveries out there today. I like the orange number from Emily Jones there. That's orange and purple goes well together, so she's done pretty well with that one, I reckon. Pretty tricky to do anything good with McLaren. Unfortunately, they've only got the one to play with, so it's hard to find a good... That's a very bright green number from, I think, a Mercedes up the front there.
Doesn't get much closer than this for the battle for the lead.
This is Smithy chasing down Dan Hunter.
Porsche straight line speed versus Ferrari straight line speed. Who will win? But, oh, looks like we have a...
Baldwin. Yellow flag. Dropping
Has Smithy
several
just gone
spots.
right around the outside of
He has
Hunter?
absolutely gone right around the outside and has got it done. I thought maybe he'd gone a little deep and was going to sort of end up off track, but it looks like he's got it done. He doesn't have the inside line now. Daniel's going to come back at him. Oh, he's broken very late, has Dan Hunter, and has unfortunately gone off track to make that move. So interesting to see what comes of that. He does redress.
But that will also let Ryan Houlihan through most likely into P2. And it has. You sort of don't know where to look at the moment. Everywhere there seems to be something going on.
You can see those movers. Henderson up 4, Kid up 9, Houlihan up 4. Top 12 are reversed for race 2. So at the moment, Kefford and Scott Blair will be on the front row. One thing I have noticed about this ACC TV broadcast quality is it does not have the penalties. You see it.
Right, so what are those orange exclamation points? Are they sort of pointing out that there's been a back between two cars, I guess?
I reckon so. Yeah.
Yep. So obviously ACC has its own safety rating penalty system sort of thing, so it registers contact and maybe it's sending it through and saying something for the stewards to look at, but they've got their own systems, of course. So, but no, that's a missing feature. Wonder if that's part of the paid process. We might see that next week.
So let's suss that out. There's a mid-pack battle here. Smitty goes fastest. So far the trifecta. Pole, fastest lap for this race and the win. Can he hold on for another 20 minutes though? 2 by 2.
2 by 2. By 2 by 2. Yeah, well, a bit of a touch there.
Tell you what, there's a lot of
Good
talent
play on.
in Asia Pacific in this little bunch there as they kiss.
Oh, yep. There was a bit of contact there between Thornton and Reynolds, and the
Too wide, will
orange
they?
Porsche showing up.
I think that's Bikini. See, there we go. You see the little symbol pop up. So it was contact between the cars.
Rakita got the run out of the first chicane, but is
Let's
having...
go.
Oh!
No, no, no.
Oh,
Oh, no.
no.
Not like that.
No, not like that. So Bakita, being patient, makes up a few positions there out of that.
I think that's all Philippa needs to really do at this point. Just try and be patient. Don't force moves, and eventually you'll be able to make your way up. There's always another race after this.
That's not the line from Matt Pignata out there in the grass.
Pignata did get a very big whack on the rear by Reynolds, so that could be
Yeah.
affecting his
damage.
stability there.
And now he's got Philippa all over him, all up inside those mirrors. And the track has moved to optimum now, so we're going to see some quicker times come through.
Still no change in the rain prediction. Still 30 minutes away.
Supposedly 30 minutes away.
Tell you what.
Philippa up the inside of Matt Pinata.
Frisbee might have called it. Maybe it's just not going to get here.
See the damage on Pinata's car there. It's pretty significant.
Yeah.
Bakita just said contact. I didn't see. It was a smidgen, but it's obviously not significant contact, as they're going to go 3 wide to turn 1, which Emily decides against.
Smart driving there.
Showing all of her experience right there. Oh, Aston in the background. That could be Megan D or Kefford. No, it'd be Kefford, sorry. Kefford's one behind, similar degrees.
That's unfortunately cost Kefford so far a spot on reverse grid pole, which now goes to Simon Scanlon.
Spidey having a great race there.
He's having an absolute cracker.
Emily Jones moves up, as you can see. The damage on Pinata's car is really affecting him, unfortunately. Can he hang on for that top 12? It's quite a chance, a bit of a buff between 11th and 12th. So
I reckon he'll be fighting for it though.
Definitely. Let's go back up the front for a bit. Houlihan right on the back of Smith. Houlihan started in 6th position. The grid was very shaken up because qualifying was something else.
It's good to see though that even though we had a mixed up grid from qualifying, we still have a very, very close race on our hands.
Some of the things to come for reverse grid. I don't know, I'll think about this camera. It's one of the default cameras in this tool. It's alright for some cars, for some others it's just great.
Now, can Houlihan use the power of the Mercedes to get closer to the Ferrari of Zach Smith?
He can, but not close enough. As you can see, Pinata lost another position there, I think. Yeah, down to 10th. Scotty Blair goes through.
Pinata's damage clearly reflected in his sector times there. He's just yellow sectors all over the place. Just can't put. He's just got no pace, unfortunately.
Ooh, yeah, you can see where the damage is there.
Just starting to spread out the track map.
15 minutes to go. He's got Ashland right behind him, but then he's got a bit of a gap back to Simon. Scanlon being 3.5 seconds behind, and then he'll have to hold on to P12 from Kefford, who's another 2 seconds back.
That's Kyle Jackson, I think. Yep.
So he's got gaps to play with. Oh dear, yeah, that is Jacko.
Something else I noticed about this new graphics package is that it shows the driver who has been caught up in an incident with a yellow border around them.
Yep. It shows you overtakes as well. Just a lot to catch. I don't think it's used to this many vehicles.
Or rain closing in now.
Oh, 10
Yep,
minutes.
10 minutes.
Late. Will it have an effect? 5 minutes left.
I reckon it'll have a very minute effect.
Yep. Probably not enough to make a tyre change, but maybe enough to make the life a little bit harder.
It could really shake up the race, the next race though.
Well, you'll talk about the new names that we've got in here before. Have you got a little list of those? Jared Madiford's a new one. I haven't seen that one around. Correct me if I'm wrong. Emily Jones, I haven't seen around. She's clearly got pace.
Yeah, she's quite capable behind the wheel. She's competed in several different series. And up to
I think
seventh she goes.
I think most of her craft until this point has been in iRacing, but she looks to now seek what's in ACC as well. We see Bakita pull out from the slipstream of Lockie Henderson. She's managed to get the move done
Up
going into
13
Ascari.
posies. 13 posies.
Aligning.
Don't discount Bakita from a podium finish here.
$30 to do it. Caps are okay. D's ahead, and then you can see P3, which is Hunter. Not far away at all.
D sort of stuck in a bit of a Porsche sandwich at the moment. As Bakita just keeps setting fastest laps after fastest laps. Meanwhile, it looks like we have a change for the lead. And I think they've gotten into some form of contact.
Yeah. Giving each other a little kiss on the way through.
Seems Houlihan is slowing though and
Might be
resting.
Yeah.
I'm going to try this button.
Good call from you. Well
This is a
spotted.
replay.
Oh, instant replay. Look at that.
Oh,
2-1.
wonderful. Oh, that's tight.
Oh, there wasn't much, was it? Just enough. You must have leave it to space.
All the time you'll have to leave a space.
So yeah, you can definitely tell that was the incident. Another thing is, it shows even less cars in the tower than
Yeah, we used to have 24. Now we've got 20. I don't mind that though. I don't mind the round number, just quietly. Easy to scroll down through that list.
kinda.
Would that number be adjustable in the full version?
Possibly.
Or it's 2x2 here into the chicane. We sort each other out. Ascari's it's impossible to go through Ascari 2x2. It's such a fast chicane.
Oh,
swear someone just
Henderson's
went
gone. Henderson's gone.
Managed to save it out of the wall, but loses out pretty significantly in terms of positions.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It still stays in that top 10 though. It's extremely important. So this battle for third. Smith and Houlihan are still going at it. Gonna go up ahead. We'll try to at least. Nope, nothing happens there. Kid on the inside. Should get it done here and does. Nice overtake.
She's up 15 positions, which is just mind-blowing.
Look at the swarm behind. Hunter, D, Thornton, Blair, Jones.
Talk about talent.
Where did Scotty Blair start? He started in 11th.
Got someone off in the background there. I thought maybe I saw someone spinning off. Maybe I saw something. Carry on.
Just like to throw a quick shout out here to Jared Matterford. He's up 6 positions
On
from where he
debut.
started.
Matterford is on debut.
He's having a pretty good race for a debut.
Well, I tell you who else is on debut in the Sprint Series is Linton Wills. Coming up through the OOR Rookie Series, he finds himself in P20, which is a very handy start for his Sprint Series career.
Here he is.
Anytime you can finish in the top 20 in a field like this, especially on your debut, is a feat in its own.
That's massive, isn't it? Yeah.
Hunter's dropped to 8th. Something's happened there. Surely.
Oh, okay, so I think I know what the caution symbol is for. It's for, like, any instance that includes track limits.
So warnings for exceeding. Yep, good call. That'd be that one we saw before
that'd
where
be-
they went out wide at Parabolica.
It's pretty nifty. Oh, they're close here. 2x2 again. 2x2x2.
Oh, that's close, but oh, it looks like we had a bit of an off from Dan Hunter there as well.
Pinata's still 11th.
He's hanging on.
So he's... Oh, wow. Not a great little sequence there from D. Drops a couple of positions.
Looks like it was contact between Blair and D.
He's looking to try and fight back, but compromises are in line. So we've got here Hunter, Reynolds right behind.
You've got to be brave to make a move around the outside here.
Big, brave. Oh, that's wide. Does a great job not to lose that car there. And there's a kitty litter, and here comes Reynolds.
Yeah, that was just free range from Reynolds. They just had to hold behind Hunter and D and just capitalize where he could.
Here goes fastest. 7 minutes to go. You never say never with Bakita, but there's going to be a long struggle to get to the P2.
Unless
that gap
Smith
just dropped massively.
What has happened to that gap? Yeah,
Oh, it's changed again.
Hang on, what's going on?
Oh,
with
now it's
the gap?
gone massive. Now it's gone down.
The Delta's doing funny things.
Oh,
Oh,
that-
bit of
that
contact
was-
there. Looked like Megan D getting a little tap from behind.
I do agree with Moritz. That Nissan of Reynolds does look very, very nice. The mix of the metallic blue and the green seems to work well together.
Oh,
That is a nice save.
it's a brown flag.
Those Lesmos there. They're sneaky.
Yeah. Seems Dan's having some issues keeping that Porsche in a straight line.
Great to see Matt Nippers back in his beloved GTR. Down one spot, but still not too far away from that top 12. We need something to happen to one of the other drivers, though. Big gap between P12 and P13.
Matt's a very strong driver, so I'm excited to see what he can do this season.
What else is about Baxter Hopkinson? That's a very interesting X font. Seen that before?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like 2 C's back to back.
Big move done.
Not over yet.
No. Hanging in there. Rain
Here's
has
that rain.
started. Jeez, it's pretty bloody
Instant,
heavy.
wasn't it? Yeah.
What the
just
hell?
came down in the curtain.
It
What
says
was
light
that?
rain. It says light rain. That's not light rain. That came down pretty heavy. So
So what was
that
the
mix it
winning
up.
time, by the way? 24 minutes and
Yeah.
30 seconds in.
Yeah, 20. There was the 25th minute of the race. So who had that in chat?
Track track conditions already down to fast, and the track temperature is dropping.
It's back down to green already. It's going to go very quickly to damp, and then to moist, and then to extra moisty. It is
This
now
will
greasy.
be
Oh,
very
yes.
challenging for the drivers.
You got to run the course here. You got to run the course. There's no point pitting. Oh, they can set this already dicey though.
I reckon some further down might risk the pit stop, but I don't think it's going to get heavy enough.
It is light rain. It's just how fast that came down like a sheet. We could just turn the shower on.
Interested to know what those white boxes are. Dan Hunter, Lachlan Henderson, Matt Pinata. A couple of white boxes there. I don't know if they're going slowly or if they're yellow flags or what. Keeping an eye on Pinata, obviously trying to hold on to that 12th position. Well, he's 11th at the moment, but wants to stay inside the top 12 with all that damage he's carrying.
Nipris is around.
Nippers clearly has a yellow flag. Yep, that's...
Oh, there's a lot of cars
Oh,
around.
there's a lot of cars around,
Oh
yeah.
no, that's Hopkinson
Oh,
and
that
Severus.
rejoin looked interesting. 4 minutes to go. What a shake-up.
See if this caught it. No idea if it will. Still a bit clunky, but maybe someone's had an off, come back across. You can see Nipris has just lost it there. Is he just ahead? No, another car. Oh, two cars. Very slippery here at exit of Ascari.
Synchronized Ascari slipperiness. There's a couple there. It's just a graveyard.
Yeah.
And Simon Gorowski just drives straight on through.
Oh,
Hey, that's close.
straight Graham. Yeah, so this is definitely going to cause some carnage for someone. In
Speaking
this
of
top 10.
close, these two are now very, very close now. Smithy seems to be struggling with these conditions at the moment.
There's also an absolute swarm. There's a lot of cars in the pits too. Absolute swarm here for around the 10th mark. So anyone maybe possibly is going to finish in this top 12 reverse grid. Just go check it out. So, wouldn't want to be out there right now, I don't think. Emily Jones on her sprint debut is sitting 4th.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's
wide
wide.
from Smithy.
That's wide. 2 more laps after this one. This really has shaken things up. The
Yellow
Henderson's down
flag
to
ahead of
12th.
these two.
This is going to be tight going into turn 1. Neat.
Deep.
Yep. Still can't believe how quickly that rain came down and what a mess it's made.
Track is now damp, so these dry tyres are not going to be feeling very good.
I tell you what, some series of, or some seasons of our sprint, it seems like the weather doesn't really do much else, and it's got everything so far in these first 2 sessions.
Yeah, it's like how many drivers just get check. Oh, that is close.
If you're Paquita, you are a small chance here to take this win. If these two come together, which is looking very likely.
Oh, that's wide from Houlihan. That's allowed Smithy up the inside. This is going to be tight.
This is incredible.
Oh,
wrong,
they
they
are
are.
so loose.
They're
This
doing
is-
themselves. They're almost doing themselves a disservice by battling here with Paquita closing in. You're not wrong. You almost just want to tuck in behind and allow it to be what it is and take the points all. Because if you drop too many positions after an, well, can't take your eyes away
Oh,
from this.
there
one.
it is. There's one gone. Smitty's off. It didn't spin, but that might cost him. Oh, there's a Nissan in the wall. Welcome back to Sprint Series, drivers.
Ascari seems to be the main offender in claiming lives.
I mean, Ascari, even the dry, can be a bit sketchy at times.
Yeah.
This is just insane, but looks like we'll be heading on to the final lap now, so we'll see who will come out on top here. Lachlan Henderson's just struggling at the moment down there.
But Nifty in the 12th position. If he can hang on, Keffin's closing in fast, so I was obviously had another issue. Another car gone deep. A little bit of a kiss. So, oh man, really struggling under throttle. And Zachary Smith. Oh, Curva Grande, I just don't like to see this in the wet. This.
they're gonna do
Smithy
it
is going
anyway.
to be feeling a lot of slip on those tyres out there.
Smithy tucks in.
Oh, that is.
Oh, that is
Oh,
slippy. That
no.
is just disgusting.
Paquita will be rubbing her hands together right now.
Yep.
He's so close now too.
Getter might win this from, what, 18th, 19th position?
18th, yeah.
18th.
Just drifting the Lesmos. pretty clean there, but look at this. Look at the pressure. Here she comes.
This is just crazy.
Scurry for the last time for race 1. Oh, just a tiny bit of grass perhaps. Smitty, oh, lives to fight another day, but nearly exits Ascari into the fence. I think he's done enough.
Wow, wait, what a finish.
Zachary Smith's Parabolica for the last time for race 1. Just needs to hang on. Drifto, Schmifto all the way around. Oh, that is a very slippery track. He's going to hold on for the win. Houlihan P2, Bakita P3. Fastest lap is to Bakita. Emily Jones on her first sprint race debut. P4. Well done. Up 6 spots. Scotty Blair up 6 spots. Thornton up 2. Megan D, who was looking cracking early, had one mistake, and that's all it costs to lose several places. But we'll go back down here. Kefford is up to 12th, so someone's dropped out. Hunter's dropped down to 14th. So he's going to need to qualify again for race 2. Where is he? There he is. Little green boat. Little green bubble. So a few drivers are going to have a second crack here with their qualifying 2. Baxter, I don't know how he goes at this circuit, but he's shown a lot of pace in recent times. Let's go down. Cranich looks like he's up against it. Great start to the season, though. Can't really.
Track condition is wet, so I feel bad for anyone who's still out there trying to finish this race on dries.
Yeah, not ideal.
I don't think words can even describe how insane that race finish was.
And we've still got 3 more to go.
Yeah. Oh, if they're all as spicy as that, goodness me. I'm not going to sleep tonight.
Oh, this is close. Jake Baldwin and Robert Wenzel going into the final corner. This is for P29, so more bragging rights than anything.
Poor Jake lost 28 spots this race.
Oh, but
Unlucky
that's wide.
Just got the brakes locked up a little bit coming in there and couldn't get it back on. Got the NVIDIA wing note, so you get my points for that.
Well, that was something. Trying conditions.
Blue flag for sadness.
Well, the thing is that this race was at 2 p.m. The next on the track, I think the qualifying's at 4. It's not a huge gap, and then the race is at night time at 8 o'clock, and I think they should still be light. It's just during sundown.
Unless it's cloudy and raining, and then there won't be much light going on at 8 o'clock.
Not at all. All right, so that's race 1 done. Wait for the server to kick over.
Welcome to season 8. Wowee.
Oh, yeah, safety car driver.
Yeah, what a way to get started.
Driver of the day, you can't go past Makita, gaining what, 15, 16 spots?
Nah, 100%.
You'd
Couldn't agree
be
more.
stupid not to pick Bakita for driver of the day. And here we go then, another qualifying session, another damp track.
What? Oh, no, that makes sense though. That one makes sense. They haven't been out there to clear the water. It's 2 hours on in server time. It's not an update for ACC. It's not made by us. It's from guys called ACC TV. We thought we'd give it a trial to make it a bit easier for the other broadcasters as well. It's fully customizable when you purchase the package, but this is just a trial run. Can't wait to get my hands on the font down the bottom and change it up.
Not horrible. There's just a couple of characters that are sort of sticking out like sore thumbs that are
Probably needs to be a little bit smaller too, because some driver names go across their flag
Oh yeah.
like that. Oh, that's a
The
gap.
font almost looks like a bit of like an off-brand F1 font in a way.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Here we go. Damp track for qualifying 2. Super qualifying that will determine the grid behind the top 12. The top 12, of course, reversed from the previous race, so P12 will start P1, and our race winner will start P12, as if the conditions weren't mixing it up enough already.
Well, I mean, if anyone hasn't done their Wordle for today yet, please cover your ears, but this track is very moist.
Oh, that was pretty sharp. You'd have to be very quick to cover your ears on that one. Didn't give him much time.
Oh,
I mean, it's
heck.
8:53 p.m. If you
Yeah,
haven't done
if
your
you haven't
Wordle
done your
this
Wordle by
morning-
now, then what are you doing?
Well, I hadn't done mine,
Fair,
but
that's fair
thanks-
enough.
Thanks for that.
I don't participate. I can't really get my head around it. But I actually like watching everyone else do it, and I like the sort of little mini battles I'm seeing pop up in the Discord between people who are
Yep.
challenging each other. And I like the ones where people come in and they say, "Oh, I've got this Wordle pretty well done today," but then their missus beats them or something, and they post that as well. So it's interesting to follow along.
Thank you for the sub there, Chad Sugden. Thornton says that was terrifying. Mate, it looked terrifying. Alright, so let's just change over this. There we go.
Oh, look at that weather in 30 minutes time. We have more rain.
Are we going to see a dusk, wet reverse grid race?
Oh no, that will be absolutely painful to watch.
Painful to watch. Oh, I beg to differ. Maybe painful to race in.
I mean, it depends where you feel empathy or sympathy for other drivers.
Action is all we're about. Rain in 30. Well, wow. There's 4 hours between this qualifying session and the race 2 on the server, so things could change. But it's looking like it's very ominous.
Yeah, not a lot of wind to blow those clouds away.
Especially considering we've come into this session with a damp track. Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to have another wet affair in race 2.
Darwin says he doesn't see many Audis, and your odds would be correct because I think there's only one in this split tonight. I could be wrong. The sun's out. There we go. It's come out from the clouds.
Track is now greasy.
That's just teasing. That is just not fair to the drivers, Gareth. Gorowski goes P1 to start things off. 57, that just shows you how slow this track is with the damp and greasy now.
Time should improve quite sufficiently now as we see what Jaco Boats with her, what was it, like a 54.9, whatever that was?
57, whatever, what's doing that? Baxter Hopkinson. It's a very interesting order that the tower's giving us. Interesting. Tyquin goes fastest.
Might be the order they came out of the pits in. I think Simon came out of the pits first, so I'm not sure whether that's what we're watching, whether he's first in track position. Because it doesn't seem like they're switching around much unless you're in the pits. Dylan dropping down a couple because he's in the pits.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, to be 100% honest. That's Got me stopped a little. It's very messy.
What?
Try and work out what that's doing it for. Nonetheless, we can see the purple marker there, so 54.1 is the time to beat by Tyquin. Hopkinson is 54.8.
Kyle Jackson's 1.2 seconds up on his previous best.
Kicking the guts.
Science Racing, known as the Professor, Simon Gorowski. Plenty of green deltas, and that was one of them. He goes and improves with a 55.507. The sun's out, so the track's going to improve here.
Question is by how much?
It did absolutely nothing.
That did very little. That's fine.
See.
As you said, we know what's going on. We're all intelligent people in here, especially those in chat.
See Baxter Hopkinson go into B1, 3.5 tenths ahead of Kyle Jackson.
Well, that'll fix that.
Bit of nostalgia coming back here, to be honest.
I don't know whether it's good nostalgia or bad nostalgia.
Yeah, I like the new setup. Well, I do hope we can get it looking and customised and working for us, because I do like it. That's for sure.
It's quite nice. It's Dan Hunter, 52.792.
Yeah,
well
times
faster.
really improving now, aren't they? Yep.
It's nice to see the sun's out.
Speaking of our only Audi, here it is. Varun Desai.
Sam Bugden.
53. It's like qualifying one. The times came in really late towards the end. Wow,
I think it's a case of who finishes their lap last.
Yeah, so just taking down the thingo until we finish this qualifying, because that was confusing as hell.
BMW as a manufacturer are not banned. They have a particular car that may or may not be disallowed. BMW M6 is allowed within the Sprint Series, but no, the M4, the new car, is currently on the banned list.
The M4 is banned, not because of its OP, but because the front grille is absolutely disgusting to look at.
Wash your mouth out.
Yeah, I disagree. I know there's plenty of haters out there, but it's very decisive, isn't it? There's a lot of lovers and a lot of haters. There's no one in the middle.
The BMW ban won't last for long. They've done some tweaks to it already, so it's a bit more.
Matterford, P2.
So he's going to start 14th at this rate. Baldwin should move up, surely. Where are you, Baldwin?
There's
Does,
Baldwin.
P4.
I can
That's a slide.
expect. Oh no,
That's a fair save.
I thought that was going around for all money.
Hey, what? How about Matterford on Deauville up there in P2? Loving life up there. That'll put him in P14 for the start of the next race. Very nice little spot up there.
See what Tyquin can do here.
So this broadcast tool also pumps out incidents with contact. It was 34 from last race.
Tyquin moves up into P6. So the top 6 in that session were separated by a second, but top couple of cars only by a few tenths.
Dark.
Oh, that
is very
interesting.
dark. And there is rain on the horizon. So because of the clouds.
Oh, but it's only a little bit of rain.
It literally just changed. I looked away and it changed.
So we have Greasy to start.
What is going on tonight?
Well, that's going to create a very, very interesting dynamic in this race, because there's going to be a sprinkling of rain during the middle of the race, and then it's going to dry out again. And track conditions to start with are greasy, so Oh, you're sort of in a bit of a catch-22 here.
You're not wrong. So this order will change based on the top 12 from last race will be reversed, and they'll be starting in those positions ahead of this group.
New season on. Thank you very much, Aziz, for the 10 Arab Emirate dollars, I assume is what those are. Forgive me if I've butchered that, but thank you very much for the donation. Indeed, new season on.
Did Mullet get a decibel wrong? No. This is the same as we used last year. Exactly the same weather. To be honest, I'm a fan.
20 seconds.
Well, let's see if this works this time.
I will say we do have quite the nice view of the cars at this time at night.
Yeah, they look a little brighter than they usually do at night time. I don't know if that's my monitor having changed settings or something, but I usually struggle to see some cars at night, but they all look pretty well lit up. Maybe Monza's a well lit track. They've got the floodlights and stuff.
Oh, the rain conditions have changed again. We have rain
What is going
now,
on?
and then more rain before it
Rapidly
dries.
changing conditions here in Monza.
So, the real question is, has anyone decided to try and start on wets? Because by the time we finish this formation lap, it could be a damp track.
Anything. It could be snowing by the way it's going at the moment.
Yeah, and they say the same thing we do. So if I was them, I would have maybe stuck on dries because it was only supposed to be light rain for less than 10 minutes, and now you've got. And it's changed again now too. Like it's changing all the time. Goodness me.
Is Monza trying to one-up Melbourne here?
It's doing a bit of that, isn't it?
Who's in charge of this weather?
The weather is doing a little trolling, Frizz. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see who starts on wets, who starts on dries. Interesting to see whether our new format gives us that information.
And now it's changed again.
Yeah. Decreasing was that symbol before? It said it was
Track
persisting.
condition is damp. Oh, this is going to be...
I regret taking the start to race 1 because this is going to be way more interesting. This is all you, Alex. Bowden. Take us away.
I am
Goodness,
taking this
you're
one
going to
no
have
matter what
all
happens.
the fun here.
Oh, this is
The
going to be
rain has
interesting.
stopped.
Oh, no, there's a little bit of rain still. But...
I wouldn't be surprised to see the sun come up at this point.
This is just a joke.
Thank you, Kunos. Very cool.
We've got 9 people on wets, if that is true information from our man Tarquin in chat. 9 drivers have started on wet tyres.
Do we have any information on who's the highest up of those starters?
Alright, we have some wind conditions. Watch out for
Right,
cars
at
that
this
are
rate,
expected
like,
to brake early.
I don't know what to say.
Anyways, let's jump into double file now and see how this start goes.
Good luck to you, Alex.
Thank you very much. So,
Yeah, split yellow. Goodness me.
oh yeah, so we've got James Kefford starting from pole position, followed by Lachlan Anderson, Simon Scanlon, Ashland Reynolds, Megan D, David Thornton, Scott Blair, Emily Jones, Philippa Bakita, Ryan Houlihan, and Zachary Smith, our race 1 winner. Let's see how this all goes. As the safety car comes into the pits, we should see them come round the parabolica now.
And it's snowing. And the sun's
This is just ridiculous. I have no idea where to even begin. who's going to get the better jump? I mean, at the moment, Henderson does need a back up a little bit, I'm pretty sure. Otherwise, he is going to be out of position on the start. But anyways, let's see how this all goes.
Godspeed.
And we are underway, looks like. So, good start from the Mercedes in the mid-pack. That is Ryan Houlihan. They're gonna go 3 wide into turn 1. Oh no, I am already dreading this. Let's see. Looks like Henderson's gotten a brilliant start. There's floodlights blaring everywhere. 3 wide into turn 2. That can only go badly. And it has these around.
Emily Jones got a love tap, but she carries on.
Well, I mean, it could have been a lot worse, but hey.
A few more off in the background, but you're not
look at all those contact and instant warnings. Oh boy, that is wonderful.
Oh, it knows you've had an interesting start.
Oh, and that's a car off.
That's not the line, Emily.
Yeah, Emily has not had a good start here. Or is that
actually, I don't think it was
that
Emily. No,
wasn't
Emily's
Sam Bugden.
Emily's here. It's another orange car, yeah. My apologies, Emily. Doing well.
Off the Christmas card list.
Yeah, straight off it.
Well, that was interesting. Looks like we got a few 2 wides. Smithy trying to make it 3 wide, but I think he's going to play it safe here and just hold behind Thornton and Scanlon, although looks like he is going for a move. This is close, and he's made it around the outside. That is very well done by Zachary Smith. I don't even know where to look at this point.
Yeah, great start from Smithy. The weather has actually settled down in terms of, you know, what it plans on doing in the next 30 minutes.
He's looking at another Lexus, this time with Scanlon. Has a look, but can't quite commit to the move. Although he seems to have grip on his side at the moment. As Emily Jones makes her way up the inside of Thornton as Henderson sets the fastest lap, predictably being in the lead.
Well, up 36 positions. I don't think that's accurate.
No, it won't be because of where they started. The qualifying sort of stuffed all that up. But anyways, we move on.
Good to see camera 2 making a return this season.
As I did.
As you literally turned it off on me.
You're welcome.
That's okay.
Let's go to that one. Race gaps. There we go.
Nice.
Seems to be close between Matterford and Bakita at the moment, as Bakita seems to have made the move on Matterford. Oh, he's trying to hold around the outside, but can't quite do it. So Philippa up to P11.
Just gonna get through this little phase, don't they?
We spoke about how quickly Philippa cut through the field last race, and that was coming from well back. She's only got to come from P11 or 12-ish now, so has more of a chance in the next half an hour to get up in those real top positions.
Seems like Megan D's made the move up in the P. Oh, that's contact.
That is contact.
That's Emily Jones and Simon Scanlon.
That was Emily Jones, yep, and Spidey coming together there.
Surprised that hasn't happened earlier with all the drivers going through Scary. In
Oh,
these
yeah.
conditions, it's not easy.
To be fair, they've done a fairly good job at keeping it clean as they really can so far, considering how tough these conditions can be. But Thornton up the inside of Houlihan, that is a very nice move.
Yeah, had all sorts of traction.
Although Houlihan's holding in there, but Thornton's got that inside line going into the first chicane.
These 2 cars in a straight line, neither of them a slouch, so...
But it looks like Thornton's just...
That looked like deep braking.
Ooh-y.
And we saw a little bit of a detour on the inside of Parabolica there from someone as well, but we're on board with Spidey, who's
Trying to make the move on Brad Robertson.
Yeah, pulls it up and gets that one done. Nice work, Simon.
That's a
Couple of little
few cars
detours
off in
from
the
a few
background.
cars, yep. So, yeah, very tricky conditions. Nighttime as well, so braking points are all over the shop. You don't know where you are sometimes. Sort of using the car in front of you to find your braking point. If they get it wrong, then you're getting it wrong as well.
A couple pitting to be expected. Hop, skip and jump there by the Nissan. Pinata, he's been unlucky tonight. First incident that we saw, just copped a fair, large hit into the rear, which really cost him good old aero. Got in the top 12. Where did he start? I thought he finished in the top 12. He should have been right at the pointy end.
Yeah, he finished P9, I think. He actually made up positions when the rain came down, which was a very good effort, as you said, considering the damage he had.
Yeah, he must have been spun lap 1 then.
Well, that's
So, yeah,
a
you're not
nice
wrong,
switch
he's
back
having
from Bakita and Houlihan, and now Houlihan and Thornton are back on it with each other again.
Track looks great in that view.
Oh,
Yeah.
looks stunning.
Sky.
It's a great looking game, yeah. Megan D currently holding the fastest lap. Had a few little incidents in race 1, but is certainly making a fist of it at the moment in race 2.
Been very impressed with Matterford Day. P2 in the Pro-Am class at the moment as Scott Blair is yellow flagged and into the fence. Let's see if this works. Curva Grande, I reckon it's self-inflicted. But I could be wrong. Nah, wide.
Yeah,
And
once
tries
you're on
to
the grass.
tries to pin it and does the opposite of what he wants and in the wall.
Just a bit too much speed there from Scotty Blair.
The gaps are a lot different than they were race 1. Sabiris. Sorry, I'll take that back. James Kefford's currently P1 in Pro-Am, so Matterford was 3rd. Sabiris is P2 in Pro-Am. Hunting down Baldwin.
Sabiris
a few spots.
a very late in tonight, Sabiris. I think he had some hardware issues earlier on in the week, so he's probably on no practice. So if you've had no practice, it's probably not bad conditions to start in, because everyone else has been doing dry practice. There's no one who's done wet practice, let's be honest.
Who
He's
does
coming
wet
in-
practice?
He's coming in with the same amount of wet practice as everyone else, so probably not a shabby way to start for Jordan. With a very nice McLaren livery, as I said before, there's not a lot you can do with the McLaren livery, but I like that one. That's nice. Looks very good at night time. Got the purple auxiliary lights up there. That's very nice.
I think it's very similar to the Crypto Racing livery they had at Imola 8 Hour last year. Love their purple.
Very well could be. We see
Pinata's
Pinatas in the
pitted.
pits. Yep, the rain is no longer here, so should expect. Oh no, there's a 30-minute.
Oh, what have you gone and done, Alex? What have you gone and done? So expecting
Just
rain
as I say,
between
the rain
10
is-
and 30-minute mark. So we could see it come down again. Thanks to Alex Bowen. Lockdown.
All right,
double
all
nine.
right, 2 minutes time. We're gonna have the rain 100% now that I've mentioned
Oh,
it.
it's deep.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
got it pulled
he's
up.
made it though.
Wow, way
Just.
down the inside. What a move. Very nice.
That Nissan has not made it. Meanwhile,
Who's that? Adam Lilly. That's another one of our rookie series. I'm not sure if he's debuting, but he's certainly come from the rookie series, and that's a great move down the inside of turn 1.
Tyquin just goes bang. Yeah, we saw quite a few people pit to be out of position.
Oh, that was a sausage rider there. Not our first and not our last tonight.
Jake Baldwin, he qualified in the top 5 of race 1, but had an incident. Drops him down a bit. He's recovered nicely here from qualifying 2. Pushing into the top 10s. And D goes for 3.5.
Megan D is absolutely flying at this point. She's looking
She's
likely
right on the
to
back of
take the
Henderson
lead.
now. Henderson had like a 3.5 second lead. So we'll suss that out. Stay on ball with Baldwin for now. Who's that ahead? The lone Audi in this split. Varun Desai. As the Lamborghini walks past. As expected. That's late. Great racing.
Yeah, beautifully done by Baldwin there.
Got battle here between Zachary Smith and Philippa Bakita. Looks like Smithy's won this battle. These some blue flags.
Blue flag, blue flag. Just reminded me to. Oops.
Tell you what, Bakita was really quick through the Lesmos there. And not sure about that Lexus. I don't know if that's blue flagged or she's just walking past.
That was blue
full
flag.
position. Okay. But right up behind Smithy here.
Next car for these guys in front of Smithy is Ashland Reynolds.
Oh,
second
Bakita
headed.
got all sorts of crossed up there at the exit of Ascari. And what a save that was. Goodness me, that could have been all sorts of death.
When the Porsche bites, it will bite you.
D
Meanwhile.
is on a tear.
Yeah, and now into turn 1, around the outside of Henderson. Henderson moving down the defensive inner line and will break deep. Pulls it up nicely, so well defended by Henderson. But Megan D, as you said, is putting in purple lap after purple lap. So definitely ready to put the pressure on Henderson and make this battle for P1 as interesting as the battle for P1 was in race 1. Kefford sort of just falling off the back of these two now, but he has a gap as well to Ashland Reynolds, so doing very well up in the lead of the Pro-Am class.
Couple more gaps have formed in this race compared to the previous.
Yeah, there's a lot of more red gaps in the last one, but there's a lot more incidents.
Oh, yeah, that
with,
was a little loose from Anderson.
For lap 1, we had a lot more incidents, so that obviously generally spreads them out. Seeing the likes of Pinata, Jones, Gorowski, these types of drivers have all pitted. So you can see Emily Jones down in 39th. Doesn't take much. Tommy Kidman. He's cruising around 22nd. He's got a battle here with Wenzel.
Seems to be a few more battles in this mid-pack.
Yeah, we missed the mid-pack last race because of how hot and heavy it was at the top. So Jacob Botts just got past Brad Roberts. Any liveries stand out to you guys at the moment?
I think that Nissan that I pointed out earlier, the one with the metallic blue and with green accents, was pretty nice.
Green's my favourite colour, so I'm still trying to work out which of these green liveries really strikes me as my favourite. But aside from all of those, as I said before, Emily Jones stands out for me. That orange and purple really looking nicely together, and I think we saw Saberis before with his purple one. I like that as well, so they're the ones for me that really stand out.
Yeah, orange is my favourite colour, so Jones's livery is top of my Christmas card list.
There's none that really stand out as terrible. I don't know, we haven't seen a couple of our OOR favourites who like to cause a bit of a
Hopefully Bean
kerfuffle with
the goods this season again.
Beanitch. He's top of that list, isn't he? There's none
do
in
we
this
have any
John
coloured
Sinekis,
rims?
but John Sinekis has jumped into the Lexus, so he's really limited what disasters he can create. Oh, there's some few gold rims out there. We'll definitely see as the season progresses if anyone changes.
Neon bright pink with neon bright green coloured rims. How about it?
Yuck. But as you can see ahead though, D has got past Henderson. Yeah, looking very pacey. He's already out 1 second. Kefford. I'll tell you what. Kefford's P3 and in a world of space by himself. Could we see our first Pro-Am on the podium already for season 8?
It's a great performance so far.
Yeah, very well driven so far by Kefford.
But there's 15 minutes to go, and he's got Smith, Paquita, and Reynolds behind him. So
No pressure.
once this track sort of dries up a little, oh, that's a
That's
death.
death. Let's go. Nick Miller.
Oh, there's a car on the road there too.
Wow.
There's a couple of deaths just starting to. There's a bit of traffic back there as they all try and move their way around the car that was parked. One of the green vehicles. Doing a good job to hold its brakes.
I have a slight suspicion that the damp track conditions are not going to change, considering we are pretty much right in the middle of the night now. There's really no opportunity for the track condition to improve it unless these cars can clear it up quickly.
We've got 3 minutes for that rain widget to change over to the 10-minute mark before we won't be seeing rain. Seems if it's on the last lap. Sabirus looks like he's picked up an incident there.
Gone from damp to greasy just now. So it is drying up a little bit. There's 11.
Oh, that's contact.
Oh, bit of love.
Yeah, had to leave him some space there to turn in and just kept going a little bit straight. Luckily no one spun though.
Kyle Jackson. Very quick in an F1 car. Currently up in P13, doing very nicely in the McLaren.
We have many drivers in this split here that are also quite quick in an F1 car.
There's a couple of F1s in there, isn't there? Smithy, obviously the most notable of those. Champion in both ACC and F1. Maybe Baldwin's going
Yeah,
around
Baldwin's
somewhere.
around. Oh, right in the middle of Ascari too.
Scaris claims another one. He's by
New
himself
fastest
here.
lap.
So let's look at this replay. Reckon that was the exit?
I reckon it's mid corner getting on the
Oh,
curb.
wow.
Yep.
Oh,
that
too
is-
much sausage.
It's just taking off.
Yes, it's so easy to make a mistake through there, especially when you're just driving around by yourself. You don't really have anyone else around you to keep your mind concentrated. So, yeah, sometimes you can just lose a bit of concentration and just, yeah, make some of those small mistakes that cost you.
There's the car around. It is our man Riley.
Oh, our best commentator, that man. Very knowledgeable and a great voice to boot, but not happening for him tonight. I think he finished last in the first race, so he clearly had some issues there, and he's gone around again.
Oh,
There's something going on here. So we've got Baldwin in the middle of this pack. He's going to have significant front damage from that contact with Ascari. It's going to feel like...
Oi,
He's
now
going
he's
to have
got
significant rear damage. Oh, no.
Yeah, that was nice of Manafort there just to even him out, balance him out.
Oh,
Car's going to
no.
be glorious to drive now. Baldwin's just going to drive straight off this track and head to the next one. Yeah, you can see, maybe he was braking a little bit earlier than normal because of the damage, or he was looking out for the car ahead. Stewards will take a squiz of that. Meanwhile, up ahead, Reynolds is
Two in a
hunting
row.
down. Reynolds is the fastest lap and hunting down Kefford for P3 as Bacchetti goes quickest. And that's deep there from Reynolds.
That's Kefford.
That's Kefford, sorry. Deep from Kefford.
So Kefford has seen Reynolds bang in a couple of purple laps and maybe now just starting to feel the pressure and braking a little bit deeper. He will want to hold on to that podium position, but as we said before, he's got some very, very classy drivers going very quickly behind him. So pressure's on for these last 10 minutes for Kefford.
Based on the widget for the weather, we can safely say, oh, it's not safe in this race, but we won't see rain for the rest of this round for split yellow.
What a shame.
Next minute, it just starts raining.
Oh, these guys have had enough rain tonight. I'm happy to see the rest of this race continue to be dry. It's still a greasy track. They're still really struggling with it. So if it holds off, then I'm totally okay with that. We're still going to see some action. Oh, God, we are still going to see some action. A lot of people just not quite getting the braking point for turn 1 right. It'll be a lot to do with the light too. Like, as I said, all the braking points you just can't see.
And that's the round.
Gave him a little tap at the front, turning around the right way, which is the least he can do. That's not his first incident in the last couple of laps. Baxter, he's the one who came up behind Jake Baldwin and gave him some love as well. So Stewards and Baxter, not the best of friends at the moment.
Who's trying to break their mouse button in the background? It's gone now.
Might be mine.
What are you doing?
No, it's not mine. It'd be my partner's computer, I believe. Apologies for that.
That's alright. What's she playing? She's playing a game for sure.
I think it might be Cookie Clicker.
Yeah, she's got hot hands, that's for sure. I don't know what Cookie Clicker is, but no, it's not that.
Fruit Ninja. Well, I hope she's winning. As Bakita looks to make a move and gets it done on Smith.
Very
Position
nicely
gains.
done.
So many overtakes tonight so far.
She's had to put on an overtaking masterclass tonight.
There's been a lot of niggles, but overall it's been pretty good considering the difficulty of this circuit and the conditions that it's provided tonight.
It may look like a simple circuit on a map, but when you're actually driving it, it is very, very difficult. You have to get pretty much everything right to be quick, and in conditions like this, that can be very, very difficult.
Not wrong.
It's amazing how much time you can lose to the fast guys with only 8 corners.
Yeah, exactly.
As you said, if you don't get them right, there's big long straights afterwards and you just get punished.
Bang. Another position for Nipris.
That was a blue flag one there.
Oh, sure. Oh, there you go. It was Jake Graham. Oh, he's parking inside apex as a blue flag. Bit off just pushing through that and getting off the line. Oh, that's an interesting livery from Mr. Bugden. Also, it's a lot darker than I was expecting, so that's great too.
Yeah, it's becoming a little bit difficult to see as we see 52.6 from Bakita. She's showing no signs of slowing down.
I actually don't mind this livery.
Yeah, I agree.
Something
That's a
different.
Spicy little Honda number.
Yeah.
It's almost like one of those poisonous cane toads. I don't want to say that it looks like a cane toad because that's, I don't know, probably, but it looks like one of those poisonous frogs.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
It looks poisonous.
It looks poisonous.
That's one way to describe it.
Megan D. She can't be stopped at the moment. 5.3 seconds up the road from Henderson. He's still in a great position with 6 minutes to go. Kefford, Reynolds is nearly within that second barrier. Can he hang on for our first Pro-Am podium for the season? Who knows? Scanlon's just had an off. Just the position to Nipris. Does he have some damage? Don't know.
Desai's having a nice look here on Scanlon, and he's got it. Yeah, I reckon
He's carrying something.
Spidey's got some damage.
You're not wrong. That battle for P3, I reckon, is going to be the one to watch for the last 5 minutes. He's really closed that gap in the last couple of laps, Reynolds.
Actually, Pinata.
Nice.
That's the fastest lap.
Nice. Considering the night he's had down there in P28 at the moment, he bangs in a fastest lap.
Good to see.
Remind me, there's 3 points for the fastest lap. You don't need to be within a certain position to get that. You get he'll pick up a nice little 3 points there if
No,
he
he
holds
won't.
onto it, which he does
No,
not.
he won't, mate. Nah.
Philippa
definitely not.
instantly says, "No, sir, that is mine."
Thank you very much, Jamie. Very cool.
So we've got 38 left. We did start with 42. And a few lonely racers out there. As here we go. 4.5 minutes to go. Kevin's going to try and defend Reynolds. That is a hard task here. I know that from personal experience. This man is super talented, Reynolds, at this circuit especially.
Reynolds knows how to eke a lot of performance out of different cars, so Kefford's got quite the task ahead of him.
Oh, and he's very good at being close behind as well. He's a very safe driver. One of the safest out there, in my opinion.
Yeah, he really knows how to follow another car closely without running to the back of him. He's having a look around the outside of Ascari, backs out of it nicely.
Scenes if he knocked him off track just there.
The ultimate curse. No, he's done well. You're right. He had the run, but Ascari's not the place to do it, and he knew that, so he pulled out of it. Keffer did well to defend, and then kept his line through Ascari pretty tidy, so manages to hold his line all the way up here to Parabolica, but this will be it. If Reynolds gets the run out of this corner, with both cars, the Nissan is such a bullet in a straight line.
The Nissan is
And he has
very,
got a
very
good
strong
run.
in a straight line.
He has got a good run.
Kevin's going to defend inside. It's the way to go. Go a tiny bit deeper on the brakes. To the old Max Verstappen. Work
He's
around.
holding
He's
it.
going to do it.
Or a
Nearly
little bit of a
carded
love
Poppy.
tap.
Has he got his elbows out, Kefford? Reynolds did well to keep it straight and narrow and not lose too much time.
Bakita's coming into this as well.
She might pick up back-to-back podiums here.
I wouldn't be surprised as we see Scanlon run right behind Varun Desai. The lone Audi in the field with the white rims.
Gives him the inside. Which Spotty will definitely oblige. And takes the move already. Right, back up here. Oh, wow. It is.
Oh, that's tight. Bakita's going to have a look here.
Peter joins the party.
Was contact there before.
No, I think that had to do with track limits, not
I think
any
they both
contact.
picked up. Kefford is going to be feeling the heat.
He will be sweating.
Trust me,
Oh, that's wide.
it's bad enough having to defend from one very, very quick driver. It's nothing to defend from two very, very quick drivers.
He's better off defending the outside line there. The racing line
Oh
there for
my
Makita to
goodness,
help
look.
Reynolds.
Give it all you can.
Let those two battle. So one more
Couldn't
lap
be
to
closer.
go.
Oh,
it's just
little
a bit of
catch
slip.
there from. Yep. And he caught it, but
Oh,
that
that-
touched there too. Kefford will be looking in his mirrors, hoping these two continue this battle. But as you said, he'd be sweating. Pull the hand behind them, also putting in a purple lap.
Oh, that's
Kefford with
close.
a very shallow line down the inside. Oh, but Keaton manages to catch it. Kefford holds on for another turn one.
And look who's coming to this now, Zachary Smith.
Diabol's in chat saying that the front runners are on wets, so I think Smithy's on dries, and a couple of these guys might be on dries too, and they're just coming up to temp. Oh, look at that rain increasing too, just teasing us.
Oh, come on, Kefford. Love to see this type of thing as he goes a bit too much apex.
Sausage.
He's
Unlucky.
going to lose out 2 positions here.
Gonna
Three
lose out
positions.
3.
Oh, he's got a little touch there at Lesmo 1. And yeah, he has lost out to Smithy as well.
Unlucky there, Kefford.
He's done so well for so long.
Henderson's around. This could spice it up even more. Henderson's going to lose 4 positions. Oh,
Wow.
no.
Akita's back on the podium.
The Kefford gets back one for free, just as a little consolation prize. But yeah, Ashland Reynolds picks up P2 and Bakita up to P3. Not over yet though. Bakita and Smithy and Reynolds all still battling here.
Shit.
This is going to be
They've
very,
got a blue
very
flag in
tight.
front of him. I hope that blue flag just very calmly gets out of the way of all this.
What did
Yeah,
Megan
guys,
D?
that's
We can't
awesome.
stop yet.
Oh, this is going to be very tight. Oh, that's close. Oh, Reynolds.
Here comes Smith!
Oh, no.
Smith!
Oh,
Smith's
Smithy!
going to snag them!
Smithy!
Oh
gonna get
no!
both of
He's going to
them.
get Reynolds and bloody Bakita. Oh, that's super tight there for that podium.
Wowee, what a finish.
What a finish.
And none of them got a purple lap, so Picker does end up picking up that purple lap that he wanted.
Oh, Henderson will be kicking
Unlucky
himself.
to Henderson. Yeah.
What a finish there. Well done, Megan D, picking up the win. We couldn't catch you crossing the line because of that battle, and we're glad we did. Because, geez, that was spicy. So Kefford's going to pick up first in Pro-Am. Sibiris is going to cross the line, P2. Nipris P3. You can see a little battle going on here. Bugden and Emily Jones has been trying to fight her way back after an incident at Ascari.
Goodness me, what a night we're in for. Split Yellow have absolutely delivered, but we've still got 2 races to go. Split Green coming up. That's one way to cross the finish line. I like that. I think that was Paul Kranich in the back there doing a sideways. Wowee.
How exciting.
What a finish to both races. What a finish.
Simply could not ask for any better.
It is dry and a fast track for Split Green, as we'll cross over in a second. And sunshine. Well done, Split Yellow. Fantastic start to the season. We'll quickly go over the resulties. So there you go. Race 1, Pro Class. Smith, Houlihan, Bakita. Pro-Am, we've got Kefford, Matterford, Sibiris. And AM Class, we've got the 3 Amigos. Race 2, the 3 Amigos, same order. Pro-Am, we had Kefford, Sibiris, and Nipris. And, sorry, race 1 overall, D, Smith, and Reynolds. Absolutely amazing.
Brilliant start to the season. And well, that's probably my cue to get going then.
It's an old little graphic.
What a banger. Great start, Alex Bowen. Thank you very much. Absolute pleasure with you. And you've had 2 glorious races to start us off with. Wowee. Thank you very much.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thanks, Alex.
Thanks. So I'll see you another time.
See you on The Bachelor.
Will do.
And as Alex
I'd
departs,
vote for him.
I would too. Oh yeah, what a male. But we'll welcome Glenn Germain, Mr. Peabody. Hello, my friend. Welcome to Split Green.
Thanks, JC. From the most eligible bachelor to the, I don't know, the nearest to retirement.
Oh, you'd be farmer wants a wife, wouldn't you?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. What a couple of races you guys have had.
So, did you catch much of Split Yellow? Did you? Oh,
I've been-
goodness me.
On the edge of my seat.
Barnstormers, weren't they?
Rippers. Absolute rippers. Some really good results there. Some fantastic efforts from people making their way through the field. That's just a great start to the season.
What are your thoughts on our new little overlay here? Obviously, we're still working through some new little tweaks, and we're obviously it's still very new, so we're learning all the buttons and bells and whistles. But just for mine, I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I rate it. I reckon it's we're onto something there, and I know that there's more to the package behind the scenes that Mull's looking at, and the customizability of it once you got the full thing is apparently quite good. So, yeah, yes, change is good as a holiday anyway. But no, this is going to feed us more info, I think, and more accurate info.
Definitely. The only thing that's confusing me right now is Ron Juong's time. He's in P2, but he's 8 seconds off the pace. I'm not sure if you can see that. Everyone else is in the correct order.
Yep, can see that.
It's a bit of a worry.
So yeah, definitely still working some little gremlins out, but all in all, great start, I reckon. Dylan Tan up there at P1 at the moment. Wow, 147.7 straight off the bat, if you don't mind. Begging him that comes across with a 47.785, just shy.
Dylan Tan, I think it's maybe his sprint return or his sprint debut. If you know the young man, he's a very talented kid, very, very talented, very pacey. Good to see some returning faces out there.
Tell you what, we had split yellow, very stacked split. There's some big names in this one too. Just looking down this list here, Senecas, Gibbons, James, all race very, very well proven races. There's new one down there is also very quick. There's a lot of fast names here, and this is only the top 20 at the moment. Another 42 people in this one, I'd say. 42, 43, around about there somewhere.
33.
Bit less, yeah.
Oh, okay, a bit less tonight for Split Green.
So from pre-season, there's been a bit of shuffling for a few drivers. We've moved over to the rookie series, or they've swapped splits. But also a few unavailable as well tonight. And qualifying just about done.
One of the Senecas brothers is out tonight, I think.
I think he's racing on Thursdays.
Oh, is it? I misjudged that. I thought they were both in the same split.
You having a race this season, Glenn?
Well, you can call it a race. I gave Monza a go on Tuesday night and had an absolute mare.
All right. So that'd be in our rookie series. I love the rookie series though, just quietly. But so what happened? You turn one type scenario? Or?
No, not so much turn one. All the other 7 turns. My tyres gave way on me halfway through after some very poor driving on my behalf, and I spent the rest of the time just trying to keep it off the walls. So yeah, not great.
Jeepers, we were talking about
The best of us.
we were talking about silly liveries before. I don't know about that one from Sandeezy. Tom Sanderson with the green, pink, and purple number.
Yeah, he's definitely let himself down there. Not a huge fan of those blues. That blue.
Some orange limbs on a couple of these. There's some very bright pieces in here.
Oh, I like that. That's different. Denny Lynn.
Good use of matte there from Denny. Yep.
Oh, I love that safety car. Who thought of that? An absolute genius.
One guess.
No idea. Dylan Tans. It's different as well. Fucking hate this camera view. Pardon my French. Some good deliveries there. That looks familiar. That's been run before. I don't know why. But yes, Tom Sanderson, if he's actually watched this back, look, you're better than that. But A for effort.
Just having a squiz. There's 11 Maccas out there tonight. We've got a Mac Fest.
Yeah, Friz called that in chat too, so it's easily spotted, isn't it? You've spotted it.
Ah.
Chat spotted it. Everyone's spotting that very quickly, that there's a lot of McLarens in this split.
And not a Porsche to be seen.
Totally fair in my opinion. It is the best car.
It's just the way it works. And sometimes when
Yeah.
do that. So we'll just put that up there. I'm not a fan of the Bentley logo. That
I'm a giant fan of the Bentley logo because I always get the bloody thing confused with the Aston logo, so I really like that.
it's easy.
Good.
Easy.
I'm a simple man. I need easy.
That's way too simple.
Speaking of Astons, no Astons floating. Well, certainly not the top 20. I don't know if there's any hanging around down the back there.
Is this a JP and a Lexus this season?
Yep.
That it is. Yep.
There you go.
Any debutantes? I reckon Mike Reel might be coming up in from the rookie series. Old barbecue bun. P12.
Just touching on the McLarens here. So each split kind of has a car that's got more than the others. So in AP Yellow, it was actually Mercedes has the most. Green here, we've got McLarens. Blue, we have, from memory, I think it's Aston Martin or Lamborghini. AP Red is the McLaren and Lexus. Was just a Lexus at one stage, but a couple people moved over there. EU Blue, EU, I don't know why, but they just love the McLaren. That'd be nearly a spec series if we give them opportunity. NA, yeah, they don't mind the NA Blue, don't mind the McLaren either. And NA Red, it's the Mercedes.
Just while you were letting us know that, Ben Hignett took the very short line through turn 1 and jumped a couple of sausages. And we've got someone starting from the pits too, by the look of it. Someone obviously missed the start button.
Brock Godfrey.
Unfortunate for Brock.
Thank goodness Alex has taken the weather with him.
Yeah, well, it's good to have a dry split. Get some real pace, some real times. But yeah, if that throws rain again for that night race, that's chaotic, that night race with rain, because you, as I said, your braking points are already tough enough to spot. Chuck some rain in there and some brake light reflections, and goodness me, not ideal conditions whatsoever.
Very keen to look at the 16th to 18th mark there. They've got Hermanto, Ewan, Matrillo, all pro class drivers, a little bit further back than they would have liked. I reckon that little section is going to be very spicy with Lachlan Parkin in 20th in the AM class. Much improved from his classification time. So we'll keep half an eye on that.
Here we go. Form it up. You haven't taken one tonight, Mel, so this will be all you, I reckon.
Rightio. I can do that.
We did the wet split, so you can just have the nice, easy, dry one.
The wet split. I might chuck that up there. Oh, I've forgotten about that. There is it. There we go. Alrighty, split green. Our first race for split green, season 8. Sees the McLaren split. Not have a single McLaren in the top 4. That's great. We've got Dylan Tan leading the way from Benjamin Hignett. Hopefully we have another great start to the race. We are due a Barney, and I'm commentating, so no doubt this will be an absolute cluster. But we'll try our best. We've got green lights. Decentish, even balanced start here from all those in the top 6. We've got an Audi in the background. Audis are very rare so far in the Sprint Series this season. As they head down to turn 1 for the first time.
Or contact in the midfield.
That is very close there at the front as well. Nothing around us yet. Exit road there from the Nissan. Tan has started well. Jiong started well. So you can see those markers show up on the tower on the left. That is contact or track limits. That's what that triangle means. So Tan and Jiong got a great start. Hignett here is defending off. Looks Zach James. Oh, geez, they've approached that chicane with force, and it's has not paid off for that driver. Haven't seen this. It's getting worse. It's getting worse.
That's going to be a safety car. There's all sorts of death back there. I don't want to jump the gun, but there was all sorts of cars around, and I may have, because they look like they're still going full pace, these boys at the front, so no safety car call.
We welcome back as well. This man's got a lot of talent too. He's putting the pressure on Zach James. This is the McLaren boys. Just going to have a look on the inside at Ascari on lap 1. Ballsy play, and that was always going to happen with a little bit of apex. Oh, I don't really know who's at fault there, but they both contributed to that. But you always run the risk going too wide through Ascari.
Yeah, Scari's not the place to do it, is it?
As Bentley flies through. I think there's some redressing going on there. So a couple of Bentleys, a couple of McLarens. There's a head around to finish lap 1. No safety car. Wasn't too shabby, but we've still got 28 minutes to go. Don't think there would have been much damage between those two cars. I don't think they hit the fence. You see everyone's closing speed. Those two Nissans in the background. I don't know how he's pulled that up. I'll stay on board with this. This is very spicy. Much going on in the back there.
Yeah, there was a fair bit of argy-bargy coming down the back straight there. In the last 4 or 5 cars, we ended up with 4 or 5 off there, but they're all very quietly made their way back on the track and trying to get it back together.
It's the second lap in a row we've seen cars just diving a little bit too quickly into that second chicane, just not quite getting it
just
right
in the
into
background.
Varianti.
That's an absolute disaster.
Yep. Camera 2 coming up with the goods. So, a couple of drivers here in split green, just maybe not getting their braking points right in the first couple of laps, and fortunately there's a couple of cars that probably weren't at fault that are now carrying damage.
3 in the pits. One of those would be the safety car though. Surprisingly. Wouldn't have been upset if we saw it, but I can understand why it stayed in the pits.
Oh no,
And backwards.
Juzzy. Justin Clayton's in chat. That's not ideal. He's supposed to be in this race. Lap 1, he's out.
Oh,
Unfortunate.
that's a dink.
Oh, that's another one that goes pretty deep.
And finished him off.
And dearie me.
It's getting messy.
Come on, split green.
Together.
Bert Mylander's just starting to turn that car on.
Now tell me, what flag's that from Denny Lin? Is that Thailand?
Taiwan.
Yeah, Thailand or Taiwan? Yeah,
Taiwan.
yeah.
Pretty
That's
sure.
right, that.
Pretty sure.
And as we said, that's a nice livery. Good use of the mat. I like Matt.
He's done well. That's a 10 for me.
It's pretty nice.
Speaking of a 10, how's my mate Callum Gibbons going? Sitting 12th at the moment.
Yep.
I think he's dropped a couple to start with though. I don't think he started 12th there. I think I can show you this now. Here we go. Yep, dropped 8 posies.
Oh no. Not a good couple of opening laps for Gibbo, but he's in the Nissan, which you know is quick. And he's a talented driver, so he might find his way back up in front of a couple of these drivers. There's still a long way to go, 25 minutes, and we've seen already there's been plenty of incidents, so if he stays calm, he's still a good position on for him. And obviously P12's not too shabby in race 1, because it puts you on pole for race 2.
Oh, it does. I'm sure he'll want to move up though. Steenkamp and Fowler swap positions. Zachary Baldwin. This is Jake Baldwin's father. It's also a lie. A bit more luck than his namesake. He's up 10 positions for this race. McLaren does look like it's going to be involved in a couple of kisses.
Yeah, he's carrying a little bit of damage there, but he certainly won't be the only one after the opening couple of laps here in split green. There's a couple of brake marker boards that are also feeling the pain.
Good to see the Nissans making a bit of a resurgence for some selections this season.
We're taking this one for Bathurst, and I can't get a handle on it for the life of me. I do enjoy the sound of it. It is a very good-looking car, but I just can't. It feels heavy. It just feels super heavy, and I just can't quite tackle the weight of it. No matter what I do to the force feedback settings, I've turned them down, just try and lighten it up a bit. I do like the car, but yeah, I just don't think it's for me. Whereas I stepped into this Mercedes for the first time, and it just felt good. So I might
When did you
consider that.
first step in the Mercedes?
Well, at Bathurst, which I know is pretty strong. It was when we did the Mercedes at Bathurst's community races that you set up a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, okay, yeah.
First time I ever drove the Mercedes, and felt right at home straight away.
It's the most recent-ish patch.
Yeah,
Because
correct.
if you drove it last season patch, you would have...
Whole different story.
No, it just doesn't have a
Oh,
front
that's
end. Just doesn't
not
feel,
the line.
Just didn't feel great.
Right. No, it's what I get from the Nissan at the moment. I know you said it's supposed to have been buffed, so I can't imagine what it felt like last split. Alex Bowen might be able to tell us. I think he drove it.
That's interesting.
Out front to building a bit of a gap on the rest of the field at the moment.
Excellent run here from Clinton Love. Coming up behind Deasy and going down the inside, but Deasy brakes very late, gets it right. Oh, just a little overcorrection there, but he got turn 2 really well. He got the drive out of there, Deasy. So Tom Sanderson will hold on to P7 there from Clinton Love. Two very different looking automobiles here. The big Bentley with the very sleek looking McLaren as they continue their battle on down towards the Variante. I think it's the second Variante, I think it's called. Second chicane. And bang, Clinton Love gets all of that done. So good little sequence there from him.
Contact before I just saw last corner. Was run wide as well. Lucar's going to look at the inside of Lesmo too and gets it done.
Nice.
Gibbons being fed. Absolutely fed. From the Sting Pump. I don't know how you pronounce that in South African. I don't even know why. I just tried an accent.
That was a good effort. A little comp. I don't mind that. I think that's probably close.
So,
Is it it'd be Johan instead of Johan, isn't it? Or am I butchering that? I think it'd be Johan,
it's
isn't it?
Joan. It's
Oh, goodness me,
Australian.
probably butchering it.
No, it's not. I have no idea. I just made that up. Like most times, most things I say no. Let's go pop up the front though quickly. Tan. Strong drive so far. Geelong putting the pressure on. 1 second back. We've got Hignett and JP. There's another run. Gibbons under pressure. Gia Koeman. So looking inside, there's no room there. Gibbons going to make him earn it on the outside. It's the best way to defend the corner. That is deep.
Both
It's very deep.
Very deep from both of them.
May hit Mantle doing that deep, but he's probably needing to give that position up.
Well, did well to go around the boards, and both drivers went off track, so...
Yeah, I think Blucher didn't have a choice in the matter. He was on the outside there, and Gibbons went deep.
It's interesting to see what the stewards make of it. We'll find out shortly if they ask him to redress it.
I don't think Luke's going to wait around and find out. He is on a mission.
Made a move here last lap. Not this time. Gibbo parks that gigantic Nissan bum right on the apex, and Luca loses out on exit, so he won't get him down here. But we'll see if he can nail Ascari and get it done on the way to Parabolica.
Someone else in chat, is Overlay Race Labs? No. It's ACC TV. Oh, g'day, Melissa. Welcome to all the bots in chat. Just scared to know what those links are. Don't click them.
chat doing well to help me out with the corner names. Thank you very much for that. I've got a little understanding of what they mean, but I probably butcher them, so I appreciate the assistance.
Oh, little kiss.
Oh,
Yeah, ball out of that.
it's a
Manto.
bit deep. Yeah.
Corner's seeing a lot of action for this split so far. JP's close up to Hignett now. No rain forecast. Track's a lot warmer. Big sigh of
Yeah.
relief here for split green.
Beautiful conditions at the moment. 22 and 30, bang on around about where they would be practicing. Cloud in the sky, optimum track conditions, only a very slight breath of wind. You couldn't ask for better conditions for split green, but that is Hermanto finding the grass on exit there, which will cost him. And he got a little bit of dirt there too, but so did Luca in front of him. Split green just not quite handling the braking markers at the moment.
We're all probably out the back practicing on wet tracks for the last hour. And they saw
Quite a badge, yeah.
Oh no, Mike!
Oh, that's not good.
Oh no, barbecue bun.
That's not
Oh,
ideal.
Dear.
Oh, it's a terrible spot to be parked too, yeah.
He's done the right thing there, just
Yeah,
not moving
yeah.
because you try and get off that line and you know your driver's going to go the way you go. So he's done well there. Really unfortunate there from Mike. I'm surprised no one hit him. That is very surprising. Johan, I don't even know how to say it, but either way, he is
Joey.
flying. One more position, and he's on that magical P12 position, which is P1 for race start 2. There's a few really pacey drivers down here. Min Nguyen, if you've seen him race last year, you know he's got some talent. So does Tyler Harding right behind him. Weatherburn could be wide there. I think the white suits this car.
Yeah, it's a nice looking livery from Min. Put in plenty of practice this week on the servers. Got plenty of laps. Tell you what, even the yellow rims don't really look out of place on a Lambo specifically. I reckon that maybe is what it is. Just the shape of the Lambo just lends to the you can do what you want to me type nature, as long as it's not, you know, pink and purple like that bloody DZ number going back there. The Lambo just seems to be able to pull off that combination. It's just because the Lambo looks so shapely itself.
It does scream supercar more than most, does the Lambo. Don't know if I put yellow ones on it.
No, not me personally.
Not that I'm
just
ever
saying-
going to be in a position to purchase one, but if I did, I probably wouldn't buy a Lambo.
If you've got the money, what are you doing?
All right, this is a question. If you could purchase any of one of these cars that is racing tonight, which one would it be? Also, Tan has lost the lead. We might just take a little squeeze of this. It's a tough question, which one of these cars you'd take. Depends if you want value, resale value.
Are they GT3 spec, or can we take them on the road? Are they only for a track day, or are we allowed to take them down the shops?
You could drive in the shops, otherwise I reckon there's no point owning a car.
So in that case, I'm probably having the Bentley.
The big fuck off Bentley. I said that to my brother. I'm like, if you really just wanted to scream wanker with money, you'd have to buy the Bentley because it's pretty gangster.
That's me all over. Yeah, gangster is what I thought. Just rolling up in a Bentley, people recognise the symbol. That or the Mercedes, I think, is the other one maybe, but...
You reckon you can pull off gangster?
Oh, mate, I'm all fly. I'm hip and got my guns.
You know, just saying hip is sort of
shot myself
dating you
in the
there,
foot.
mate.
Yeah,
It's-
exactly.
JC Sports the year jewellery.
Yeah, I've got a
much
little
like myself. So
got a little dangle hanging out in the ear. Yeah, I'm all
it
about that
screams gangster.
thug life.
Ooh, I'm out of my depth.
I've got shotgun. And I don't think shotgun's very gangster though.
As opposed to a track day. If it was a track day, I'd definitely take the McLaren. It's the one that looks like a race car. It's the most racy out of all of them. If it was a track day and I couldn't take it down the road, I'd take the McLaren hands down.
Yep. Yeah, that's where I'd be. Although,
I'd be close to
yeah.
going the GTR. Really close to going the GTR. There it is. It's pretty close to a GTR. These two are inseparable at the moment. I wouldn't take the Lexus.
Peter's in chat. Peter, tell us how to pronounce your last name, please. If you would be so kind. I don't know if you're watching your brother or if Johan's your son, or I'm not sure what the deal is there. But please enlighten us.
Thanks, Poiter. Sorry, I can't say, even if it's P-E-T. After watching Full Frontal and Eric Banner, I see the
Poiter.
word Peter. It has to be Poiter.
Poiter, mate.
It has to be Poiter, mate. Yeah. If you know, you know. It's a comedy
Yep.
show in this silly country we live in. So what did people decide in chat for the car that they would select?
There's plenty of Maccas.
Plenty of Maccas. I think we saw an Aston. Aston's a good shout. I watched the Top Gear. Was it Top Gear? Latest episode. And there's a one only new Aston built. Like 800 horsepower. That looked like a rocket. But Aston's a good shout. I don't think I go with the Mercedes in the end. Oh, M4. I would take the M4 just for the freaking grille. Because people hate it.
It's getting a lot of hate, that's for certain. But it's also getting a lot of love. As I said, there's no middle ground. I don't think there's anyone who's impartial on it. They either love it or they hate it. Watching his brother. Aren't far off the pronunciation. Butchering Peter.
Well, I'm glad because the butchering of Peter wasn't on purpose. It was intent there. Split green though. I don't want to jinx it, but it's got a bit. Wow, that was a quick jinx.
It was close. It was close to a jinx. I was going to say the same thing. It has calmed down, especially since the first 5 minutes when it was all over the place. They have settled into order. And are just trying to battle each other a bit.
There's a stigma around split green as being always the one that produces the most incidents. Now, last season, I'm pretty sure split red nailed that.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't even think it was an
We
argument.
absolutely did.
The old split red. And I reckon they're going to see the same again based on how close that split is.
Both splits being late at night too. I don't know, everyone's just a little bit tired by the time they get behind the wheel and can cause a few more accidents than our earlier splits. Might have something to do with it.
This has been good racing so far.
Just a quick update on the penalty situation. Zach James is sitting on 10 seconds at the moment. Harding is on 10. We've got Bartlett on 10 and Barker on 20. They're down in 28-30. But yeah, FCJ has a 10-second penalty. It's hanging over him.
There's a few kicking about then. I think Luca and Callum Gibbons have just come together. They're a long way apart from what they were.
Yeah, Lucas Golden McLaren looking. You can almost see the grey coming out underneath the base coating because it's got plenty of damage on the side.
So as Glenn was saying, Zach James has a 10-second penalty, which at the moment puts him outside the top 12.
Yep.
So that'll be interesting. There's about... Oh, it's very close. Let's check the gap. Oh, maybe the gap's changed now. Gibbons is 5 seconds back from James. So you can sort of just see there. Look at his mum. Look at double mouse. Hey, look at that. I don't know if you can see that in the chat, but
Yep.
it's pretty cute, eh?
I reckon they can. Why? That's my question.
I don't know. I have no idea. Mark Bushell, Mr. Hamster, down 8 positions this race. He's been a big improver. He's got a lot of pace on AMS2 as well. So he'll push his way forward. I think this is one of his first times he's taken the Nissan in the Sprint Series. Got Mike just ahead. Or was Mike off? There he is. Winning my heart over with the orange livery. Denny Lynn up 14. That's a great race. Does that Honda look bouncy then?
Got the run, barbecue. But around the outside of Parabolica. Well, it's not easy, but we've seen it done tonight, so he's going to have a crack at it. Oh, he had to send it. Got a little bit tail happy in the mid corner and therefore couldn't get the move done, but managed to carry enough speed that he is still challenging here.
I'm a fan of the
Sure, he's not going to get up alongside here in time to go down the inside of turn 1. I would hope that he's not going to send it down there, and he does the right thing and pulls in behind, but behind him there's a battle.
Listen, makes a great little dive. It's great to see Lachlan sticking with the Honda. It's not the greatest vehicle out there.
No, all the Honda drivers from last year, they got a mass Exodus. They said it got butchered, so they jumped off after 1.8. So, yeah, you're not wrong, sticking it out.
Yeah, they definitely jumped off it.
Credit's got to go to all those McLaren drivers who stuck with their car too, by the way.
You can't feel sorry for a McLaren driver, ever.
Must have been a tough decision trying to stay with the McLaren.
Must have been. Do I breathe in or do I not? Mercedes has been a big change. Bentley, I've seen a decline in.
I can't believe how few Porsches there are.
Oh, more than you'd expect. I wish there was more Lambos. Lambo's a really good car.
Oh, hold on to it, Mike.
That was a good
He
save.
got a little crossed up in Ascari, but he did hold on to it. But he's under all sorts of pressure from Mark Bushell now, who's made a couple of moves in the last couple of laps. So doing very well for himself, Mark Bushell, the hamster. He's going to have to finish this one off around the outside of Parabolica because Mike Reel didn't give up on it.
Drag race.
Great little battle between these two here. Both of them they're sort of sharing the slipstream of Lachlan Parkin in front of them.
It's nice of... Oh no, oh no. Ooh. You really wanted to try and squeeze him a little bit more there, hamster. So we couldn't come back across, make that corner really sharp. Yeah,
So
it's
good
pretty
driving there
sensitive.
from what?
It's pretty sensitive with the old incident thing.
With the little touches.
Yeah, the little triangle.
I mean, it's not a bad shout to sort of pick up where action's happening, though.
So that, for example, gets flagged on my broadcast tool and sent to a spreadsheet. So the stewards can look at it if they would like. Don't think there's much in that one. Self-steward that. So no rain forecast, less than 5 minutes to go. We've got Ryan Juong leading the way in the Audi. Not many Audis this season.
How's that battle for P12 going? Our man Johan Steenkamp up there in P12, but he's got Luca right behind him, who we have seen already is not afraid to make a move.
Well, Zach James has still got that 10-second penalty and he's going to fall at that top 12. So both Steenkamp and Hermanto, maybe? They're both going to be there. And Luca's going to be in there as well. Denny Lynn's pitting. What is going on, sir?
Oh, no.
That has to be out of fuel.
Oh, no.
Unless he has a drive-through. No, he doesn't.
No,
No.
he's
Oh
right,
no,
it
he's
must
missed his pit box.
What's he doing? Oh, goodness. It's all
Oh,
coming
he
stuck.
spent all the time doing the livery and he forgot about the pits.
Worth it. He's got the #1 livery on track tonight, so he gets points for that.
Nah, that's really unfortunate. He was up like 14 spots. Unlucky. If anyone can find out what happened there, I'm pretty sure to be running out of fuel. Or gas, if you're American. Petrol.
Certainly not the first person to under fuel.
Nope. I think we've all been there.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't done it, have you really raced?
My mate Kitty, one of his races he did when he was racing in the Sprint Series, was at this track. He ran out of fuel at Parabolica and was limping around and didn't quite make it to the finish.
Oh, no.
Oh, I let him know all about it. Because he'd actually run out of fuel 2 out of 3 races.
Oh, no.
Just fill it up. Just
put an extra 10 in there. It's not going to hurt your aero that much.
you tight ass. You're not paying for it.
Have a look at O-Gold coming around on Deasy here. Very good mates, these two. Both of them trying to get their zing on down the straight here.
We nearly
Very-
lasted a full stream.
No, we didn't. No, it was never going to happen. You've got to get your zing on if these two are battling. So there'll be no elbows out, I wouldn't assume. They will be very upset if they take each other out. But they'll say, oh, never mind.
You shut your mouth, Jamie.
O-Gold gives Deasy a little kiss on the bum for good measure. I wouldn't be surprised if these two are probably on team speak together as
I'm
well
pretty
as
sure it's consensual.
so they'll be chatting to each other and just saying, hey, hang on a second. If you want to go past, you got to do it the right way. Make a little bit of battle from those two. O-Gold, one of those drivers who has come from the Honda. Jumping in the McLaren and very quickly, he's a very good driver. He's very fast in F1. He's currently leading the F1 series at the moment. If I'm not mistaken, he's definitely in the top 2. So a very fast driver across multiple disciplines.
I do like his team name though, Upshift Creek.
Carrying that one over from last
Yeah.
season, I think. Yeah. So,
This is a favourite of mine.
cheeky one.
Can't see the team name on this overlay, but get the speed back up. So final lap. You can see the top 4 pretty close together. But 2 seconds separates each of the top 4 drivers. 2, 2, 2. Or 1.7 now for Tan. This will be a good view here of it. As Denny Lynn has come out of the pits.
Love to see that. I love that he carried on. He didn't just pack it in and say, I've made an error. He thought, you know what? I'm going to come out and finish this race. I love that.
Still 24th. So some points to gain.
All points in the bag. That's it. Plus a bit more screen time for that livery.
Just checking out the delta here. So yeah, I do believe Zach James will have to do qualifying 2. He was going to drop out of that top 12. He's got a 10-second penalty. That means Luca Giacomin. Gia is oh, hang on, Henderson. No, never mind. Sanderson is around.
Oh no.
They haven't come together, have they? Have you cursed it?
Oh no. I need a replay. What has happened? What has happened,
it's
Deasy?
No one near him.
On the last lap, it's just come unstuck. It's one of the Lesmos, is it?
Oh wow! This is
Round it goes.
Really just didn't want to hold it.
I've done that plenty of times at Lesmo 1, so I know where he is there. That's unfortunate on the last lap. I hate to see that.
Well done, Ron Juong picks up the win. Dylan Tan P2, JP P3. We might go back down here for this battle to the line. James, Gibbons, Manto. I think they're going to finish in that order, but James will drop down a few spots here. He might be saved by Sanderson's misfortune. Johan P11, Luke at P12. Where does Sanderson finish with his gap? It doesn't show us on this screen. I'm just trying to do a quick math. Oh, I think James holds on for like half a second, if that.
Oh, goodness me.
That is one way to finish.
I think Deasy knows it too, and he's taking his anger out on the slalom boards at turn 1. Has made an absolute mess of them, and rightfully so. That's really unfortunate at Lesmo 1 back there. As you said, just pretty innocuous sort of stuff. The rear end just coming around.
Yeah, I think he's done it by half a second. Let's wait for this session to tick over. Here's this. Everyone's in the pits, so this game does its thing.
The sharp little number there from Jared Ellis. I don't mind that. I'm just a fan of green. Green looks good on a lot of cars, and that's
Oh no, it's perfect.
neon little number. I don't mind that.
Anytime game, do little magic, skip over the next session. Need some Jeopardy music. Anyway, I'm going to do this manually. Timetables. Yes, it still hasn't updated. That's why we wanted the session to tick over, so we can show you who is in that top 12. Because I think Zach James's 10-second penalty has put him on pole position. He does lose the points for this race.
He's fast enough to make that work too, so one man's misfortune's another man's gain, but you hate to see it between mates.
Oh, of course.
Diabol's in chat saying Sanderson's very unhappy, but also having a bit of a giggle about it, so fair enough. But still 30 minutes to go, and he's clearly got the pace, so P13's not a horrible place to start from.
So it was 7/10. He has to qualify yet though, mate. So he doesn't start 13th. He has to qualify pole here to get 13th.
A great shout, that's why you're here. Keep me on my toes.
But he's got the talent, so you never know. Now this is where this tower thing sort of really jumbles up.
Yeah, it doesn't like the
Doesn't
super qualifying,
this
does
at
it?
all.
Alright, sort it out you two. Let's just figure this out before we get to the pit line. Nice work. Jared giving way there, very respectful.
Okay, that one. Yeah, so bear with us with this tower because it doesn't like this bit. I'll be back in 1 second, gents.
Roger that. We will hold the fort as we watch our bottom drivers come out. I say bottom drivers, that's a little bit rough. They've had a rough race, some of them, but we're watching them come out for super qualifying. Their chance to put themselves up at P13 maximum for race 2. Of course, our top 12 finishes are reversed, with Zachary James being the lucky driver to start from P1 next race. As I said, he's a very quick man, so he'll be tough to chase down from P1, that's for sure. Who have we got your eyes on here? Glenn, anyone in particular catching your eye? Just while you have a scroll through the list, I'll pick out Benedict Wilson, car 22. Pro-Am class. I reckon he's in with a good shout of a good result here in super qualifying. Wouldn't be surprised if he finds his way up into the upper echelons. Chris Withers, another very fast driver who is in with a good shout. Oh dear, Jared, that's an outlap. Ascari claims another victim tonight. On the outlap, no less. And very, very unlucky, because the only reason you're on camera, my friend, is because Neil's away from keyboard, so you couldn't get any worse luck than that. But tyres should be okay, no damage. Get this typical Monza Constantina effect up before Parabolica, as everyone sort of tries to make their own little gap.
Sorry about that, boys.
No worries,
My
Glenn.
audio died there for a minute.
No, welcome back. Glad to have you back.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Yeah, Danny
Fuel
Lynn.
in.
Now that
Danny
he's
Lynn.
got some fuel in,
Yep.
I reckon that he's got
no.
he'll have
That
a
was
pretty good.
unprovoked.
And Min will do well in this qualifying session too. He had some good pace. Had a bit of a spin second chicane in the last race and dropped a big buttload of positions, but was showing good pace before that, so I reckon he'll qualify well up.
Yeah, well spotted by you. Love to see Justin Clayton do well here too, obviously with a fair bit of bad luck in the last race. He was on his way into the pits with a bit of damage after lap 1 and accidentally clicked his repair button, so came out of the pits with a full minute's worth of damage
No.
and a steering angle that just wasn't playing the game. So rather than doing a whole another lap with that sort of damage, he just pulled it over and packed it in for race 1, which is fair enough.
I would, yep. I think we all
So
would have done that.
he'll get another crack here. He'll be part of this super qualifying, and he's got plenty of pace. So, well, that's plenty of sausage there from Jared. Here he goes through the later part of Ascari. Up into Parabolica now. It's been a pretty tidy lap so far. Doesn't quite get it into the apex there, but it's up the steering well enough and runs it right out to the edge. So a bad little first lap. Certainly not the fastest he'll be able to produce. An issue for Ascari, costing him a little bit of time. He finds himself at the back of the current runners, but your man Min Nguyen.
Yeah, so blistering first banker lap, 148.7.
That is a very quick banker lap, that's for sure. It's faster than any bloody lap I'm going to pull out tomorrow. I'll give you the tip.
Neck minute.
No. Don't hang your hat on me tomorrow. I'll be very happy with anything in the top 30 tomorrow. I'm fucking terrible here.
It's what's so hard? You go straight, you turn right.
I said it's only 8 bloody corners, and I just lose time in every friggin' one of them. And I have a tendency to do what Deasy did in the last race. Sanderson, as we said, he sort of just looped it around Lesmo 1 for no reason, and I tend to do that a lot. So, just, I don't know, get on the gas the wrong way, or just don't quite get the car turned in early enough, and then do too much steering on the exit. I don't know how I'm doing it. But
Clip the gutter. There's another one that can spin you around as you go.
yeah. So I find a lot of
Too
cars
tight.
just smash that inner apex, like they're climbing all over it and getting time, and then I try that and I'm just all over the joint, so I try to avoid it. So yeah, not my favourite track by any means, but lots of fun though. I actually enjoy racing because I like getting into slipstreams, and following other cars generally makes me quicker. So might not be any good in qualifying, but hopefully I can follow some other cars around and dodge all the turn 1 drama. Usually pretty good at staying out of trouble. Min Nguyen has improved his time now into the 48.2s. That's nearly a 47, so he's flying along.
Here he is, the man with the livery.
Full of petrol now, as spotted by Glenn.
What was that?
Glenn was saying he's got petrol in his car now, so he should do a little bit better this round. Oh, who's that out the back? Oh, he's just finishing his lap. That's fair enough.
Where is he? There he is. Sanderson's leaving it nice and late.
How's that for a team name?
Zing on, lap 1 King Racing.
So zing on, we all know this man loves to zing on. Lap
Your
1
codes,
King.
I have no idea.
Lap 1 King comes from Silverstone 12-hour last year, where he went from, I think he gained 21 positions on the first lap of the Silverstone 12-hour last year. Something like that, something ridiculous. Yes, Steve Lewis, that is 100% a commentator self-curse. You watch me get into all sorts of trouble tomorrow. Not as much trouble as this livery would get me in. That is a sore thumb waiting to be smacked. That looks like something my 6-year-old daughter would draw up, Deezy. That's piss poor. Goodness me. You're allowed to change your livery at any time in our sprint series, so feel free to submit a new one next week.
You've just thrown your 6-year-old under the bus there.
Well, she's a 6-year-old girl. She can fit under the bus. That's fine. He can't. He's a grown adult, and he's not going to do well under the bus, so...
He hasn't got a lap in. He's going to start at the back. Oh, no, he's gone from possibly starting P1 to the back of the grid. That's insane.
Super painful. That's super painful.
If Andy Bishop gets a time in, Sanderson will be starting at the back.
It's all in the livery, Deezy. Goodness me. Put a proper bloody livery on, your luck will change, I guarantee you.
That just shows you. And the spin that he had at Lesmo 1 was self-inflicted. The car just wanted to end his lap. And there we go. Bishop's moves to 15th. So Sandeezy, he's going to start dead last.
So Min's cracked the 48 on his last lap, and positions 2 through 11 separated by 0.35.
7/10 clear of the next driver. That's a banging lap from Min Nguyen. Goodness gracious. Yeah, but very close up the top. You're not wrong. Aside from Min's cracking lap in that lovely little Lambo spicy livery, everyone up there, as you said, very close. In fact, Jacob Weatherburn and Benedict Wilson can't even be separated. Both with exactly the same time. Don't see that too often. Very nice work from you, Min. So he will start P13. But it will be Zachary James who leads us away from P1. And his good mate who he was battling with in race 1, Thomas Anderson, as you said, starting from the rear. Goodness me, funny how the world works sometimes.
It says lap 1 King doesn't need a valid lap in quali.
He's going to gain another 21 positions here, and he'll be right back in the thick of it in no time. I knew I'd seen that livery somewhere, Mint. That's a good one from the Worn Tyre Tribe. So that's a Kefford and Megan D inspired livery. I knew I'd seen that somewhere. There it is. So he's joined up with the Worn Tyre Tribe. As I said, Megan D, obviously a winner in the last race. Well, sorry, in split yellow. And Kefford, we were watching him battle for P3, holding off some very fast drivers for as long as he could. And Min Nguyen has joined them in the Worn Tyre Tribe. That's yeah, that's where that livery comes from. Just waiting now for the session to tick over. Safety car will come up, lead us away, call through Zachary James in P1, followed by the remainder of the top 12 reversed from the last race. And then everyone else will follow in suit. And Glenn Germain will call us away for race 4, our final race of the night.
You're going to throw me under the bus for this one, are you?
We've all taken one tonight, mate, so
No.
it's all
take
you
the pressure.
from
Take the pressure off, Glenn. I'll do it for you, Glenn.
Nah, I disagree. You couldn't get the
look
couldn't get
after
the
Glenn.
carnage
Fuck
done. All right, fair enough. All right, I'll sit down then.
You can do it. Actually, you've been stellar.
I was standing up. I was rubbing my hands. I was getting ready. Glenn was going to call us into turn 1. It was going to be massive, but all right, I'll do it. That's fine.
Oh dear.
Another dry track, another optimum track. Nice and cool. It's much more light than we saw in race 2 last split, obviously with no cloud cover. The track's much more lit up. Here he goes, Zachary James in P1, followed by Luca in that golden livery we saw. There's a couple of names here I'm worried about having a crack at. Callum Gibbons has done pretty well to start up there in P5. But he'll have plenty of pressure from behind. Clinton Love and Russell Hall, Bart Chervitz, all very fast drivers. Ben Hignett, very fast as well. Johan, Jean-Pierre, all very fast drivers behind. So it's another fast split. Interesting to see whether Min can carry that pace into this race and not necessarily make some moves on Ryan Duong and Dylan Tam, but just tuck in behind them. And if he does and keeps himself out of trouble, could very easily find his way up into the higher positions very quickly.
Oh, gents. Oh, someone took the bit of curb there. I think one of my mates' Instagram account's been hacked. He just sent me a message on there asking how it's going. You know, when you just see it seems dodge, didn't seem right. I asked him how his tennis was. Says his tennis is going well, even though I know he plays footy.
Got him.
Got him going. Oh, I don't know why people hack people's things. Like, for fuck's sake.
Nothing better to do.
Right, looks like no rain for this split again. Decent amount of wind though. Much cooler. It'll finish under full lights and darkness of the Italian sky.
Different to all the other skies, of course.
Yeah, definitely. Much different. What track? Sorry. Yeah, well, that is a fair statement though, Jamie. Because remember our Suzuka event where the sun came up at like 4 a.m.
Are we talking about the 8 hours of Suzuka or whatever it was? Because I wasn't around for that one, so
I think it was 8 hours.
I'd love 8 hours of Suzuka. That's one of my favourite tracks. I wouldn't mind 8 hours of that. It's no Paul Ricard, but it's right up there.
I want to do Brands Hatch.
Do you though?
8 hours of Brands Hatch?
I could do 12.
Do you though?
People think they'd want. Like, you see the voting? Brands is like in the top 3.
I can't believe how much hate Snedden got. That upset me. I like that track. That got absolutely slammed down by the OOR public.
I watched the Snedden race in the Ginetta supercar, the GT4 one. It was on Top Gear. It was actually really, really cool. Boring track to look at. It's just got nothing. Anyway, this track definitely has something, and Jamie Conboy is going to take us away.
I can't wait. Actually love how straight that line is from Split Green. It's been a couple of wonky sort of things going on, but these guys have lined it up nicely. Only one car's length in between. Very nice. A little bit dodgy down the back, but not too shabby. Very nice from all drivers concerned.
Green light.
We've got a little delayed start here as we wait for P12 to come across the line, but they are green now. Very good start from O'Gold. He will hold the inside line down there. Tell you what, Gibbo got a pretty good start too in the middle of the pack there. Nice and tidy down in the turn one. A little bit of love there between Luca and Zachary James, but nothing too sinister. They'll carry on. There's a car off in the grass down the back of the field. There's a spin there. There's a couple of deaths. A couple going through the sausage. Oh, that's going to be... Oh, there's some death in the middle there as cars who were taking... Yeah, safety car called immediately. There was a couple of cars that just took the Lewis Hamilton line through the sausages there and didn't really apply the brakes before they came back on the road, and they just plowed straight into the side of a few other cars. So we see our first safety car of OOR Sprint Series Season 8, and wouldn't you know it, Split Green comes in with the goods.
Yep, there we go. Jamie Conboy 1, the rest of the commentators 0 for safety cars. We should actually have a tally for this
That's
season.
a fair call. Yeah, there should be a
That'd
tally.
be good. It wasn't like a massive incident. It was just a lot of small ones. I don't think we'll even see someone pit, to be honest. Oh, as there's that's the safety car waiting it. This is the first chicane.
Yeah, it was the quality of some of the rejoins, though, I think was a little dubious. There's some education required there because, as I said, it's all well and good that you've gone off the track, but you've got to come back on respectfully, and some of them just sort of ploughed straight into other cars and looked a little bit nasty. So anyway, here's what it is. We'll do a couple of laps here with the groups bunched up. Take off in single file, and we'll do turn 1 at Monza all over again.
Oops, that's the wrong button to press.
Yeah, about the back 18 all sort of cascaded into each other. Nothing too bad. We've got just trying to spot the car that's limping around with some damage.
So just based on my memory and nothing more, doesn't look to be too much change in the top 12, 13, 14 drivers. Min looks like he's picked up 1, but they all look pretty similar up there. So yeah, the top 12, maybe the top 15 drivers all got away pretty nicely. But yeah, it was really in that middle pack that started to get a little bit messy. So here we go. We'll see a replay of it. So just keep your eye around about the midfield as some cars start to go through those sausages there. It's when there's a few there that come through, and then it sort of gets a little bit ugly there. And as you said, Mel, nothing too serious. Not a massive stack, and there won't be a lot of damage, but safety car called just to settle it all down.
Yeah.
Recover the graces a little bit.
They can get out of hand pretty quickly.
Couple of cars in the pits there. They will have a chance to zip around and catch up. Not sure how many more laps the safety car will do, as most of the field is already bunch up.
Got JP in those pits.
Yeah, it was Tarquin in chat saying he got absolutely murdered, so...
Might have been his that I saw was limping.
Where would you rather be on a safety car restart? Right up the front with the whole field bearing down on you, or sort of in the middle where you can gauge what's going on in front of you?
Right at the front. Get out of that mess.
Right. Yeah.
Right at the front or right at the back?
Yeah, I'd be super nervous up the front.
That Maserati is beautiful.
Yeah, good pick by the stewards. Voted on, as you said, by the stewards, and about 15 or 20 in that group who came up with that selection, so good shout.
Do we tell them what the other option was?
No, because I think the public would have voted the other way, so that might cause a storm. But I don't know, it's up to you.
It's bad luck. Marshals couldn't decide on the safety car. There's a couple of suggestions, so we put it to a vote. It was either out of the Porsche Cup or the Maserati, both without traction control. It was pretty resounding voting, though.
Yeah, it wasn't close, was it? Yeah. Which I found odd, because the Porsche Cup is pretty popular.
Yeah, 23 to 8.
Safety car's in.
How long is he going to hold them for?
Long
this is going to be
straight.
horrible. I already feel...
No.
Safety car's coming back. Yeah,
you said you wanted to be up the front. You called it, so this is where he's
it'll be
gonna...
it'll be fine. It'll be everyone in the back, mate.
He got a good jump there.
He has too.
Zachary James, he's built a fairly large gap, so he will be pretty confident. He'll have Luca bearing down on him in the slipstream, and he's got Satrio Manto behind them as well. Just trying to break the slipstream.
That's
A couple
wavy.
little wiggles there. all pretty safe in the midfield so far. It looks like there's a bunch of cars that really didn't quite get the jump. They're well back. Nowhere near as grouped up as they were on lap 1, which is understandable. They're coming down 2 by 2, but Zachary just led them away very nicely and got the jump. So
That's saying anything with the safety car restart. They're all single file coming down to turn 1, so you don't have those 2 by 3s by 4s clamping down on the first chicane. It sucks with the reverse grids that these the position changes aren't going to be correct, which makes sense, but should we get fiddle with that?
well, we'll see how much customization comes next week, and I'm sure we'll learn as we go along. Still a good start for it, I think. Another one that could probably go to the vote, but we have seen Luca take P1 somewhere along the line, and Hermanto's got Zachary James as well. Actually, Dobiles has said in chat that Ogold's been hit and passed, so don't know how much damage he's got down there in P3. Down in P4 now, Gebo's got him as well, so maybe he is carrying some damage. While we wait for the replay, we've got Dylan coming up behind Russell Hall here. He's got a very nice run, pulls over onto the inside. Dylan does squeeze him and makes him go very shallow into turn 1. Manages to keep it out of the side of him, but Russell very keen to get that position back. Did so. Pretty good effort for everyone to avoid each other there, to be honest, because they've got a little hairy. Dylan's not finished yet. Would have been a big send from back there, so he thought better of it, pulled it out. I can't believe the way these bigger cars just handle those curbs. The sausages on those chicanes that just yeet straight over them. It's a little unfair, to be honest. A little wide there from Zachary James on the exit of Lesmo 2, so he's cost himself a bit of a run, dropping back through the field, unfortunately. But it's Luca Giacomin who now leads by 3.5 seconds from Hermanto, so he's pulled out a gap very quickly.
So I haven't seen everything that happened to Zach James, but I know the first move was Luca got past him on at the second chicane when
Zach... 2 secs, Ted. Don't mean to jump in there, but these two have come together, and again, amazing that these two have kept it on the straight and narrow. Dylan and Russell having a couple of little interesting battles here over the last lap or so, and have come together again there at Parabolica. Dylan Tan, very insistent. Again down the inside here, and again Russell squeezing him. Dylan looks like he's going to get it done this time.
He does. Yeah, as Glenn was saying, I think those overtakes on James are all legit. He just got swamped. They all looked clean. I didn't see any contact in that first lap back. He just lost 3 positions though.
Oh.
What's going on there? So Ryan Juong, who was the winner of race 1. Oh, gets a little boot there by Benjamin Hignett. Play on though. Race 2 always delivers something eye-opening. And it looks like Luca is running away at the moment. Look at those gaps. So many under 2 seconds.
Plenty of our favourite little orange triangles lighting up too, so there's plenty of battles going on.
The old orange triangle.
I like them. I'm a big fan of those. We've got our positives and our negatives with our new little system so far, and that's a big positive for me. I like those.
Dylan Tan's got a 15-second penalty.
Dylan Tan.
Yep.
It looks like he might have kicked off the proceedings with the safety car. So let's go back up to Gibbons. Gibbons and Amato have been within this distance for the entire duration of these races so far. A couple of beers shared between these two guys later.
Coleman is just bolting. 5-second break.
Contact between Geelong and Hall with Hignett right there. Let's go on board with Hignett, see what he can see. Nah, I'm not a fan of that Bentley logo whatsoever. It does most. It's so bad. But I'm happy to send them the actual logo if they want it. I've got a Vector.
Yeah, I think what ticks me off about it is they've spelled Bentley without E's. I don't know why they've done that. It's like they haven't got room to put the E's in there. But as I said, it's different to the Aston Martin Logan, so I'm a fan. Probably only a temporary fan though. If I had have stuck with it and gotten used to the two logos, I would have learned to separate them. So you might be right. Just a capital B, maybe not doing it.
Guys, I'm not sure what Dylan Tan's done to the stewards, whether he hasn't sent them any flowers lately or whatever, but he's now got 25 seconds of penalties.
Goodness me, that's a big whack after only 10 minutes. On board with him now.
Clinton Love, just quietly. Is he on debut? Pretty sure he is.
You tell me. I'm not sure.
If so, look out. Breathing down the neck of a podium here. And Luke is just making the most of this non-battling and running away with it. Dylan
He's
Tan's
absolutely buggered off, hasn't he? Yeah.
Dylan Tan's put himself out of reach already. It could be the lap one stuff. We've had a couple of issues with our own race control bot, so that's why they're not coming through. Oh, he's had a look, Clinton. Oh, he's just got apex and spun Callum around. Oh,
F's in chat for Gibbo, please.
I put the mockers on him. I wasn't even trying to. So Gibbons has just got to wait. This feels like eternity when you're in that car. When do I go? Can I go now? When? Oh, it's getting worse here for Callum.
And he's got to wait.
Oh, he's trying. He thought he was clear.
No. Oh, no.
It sucks. Like, I feel so terrible for him because I know you think you're clear and sometimes you're not, and then to go away from that train wreck.
Oh, that hurt to watch. That was painful.
Yeah.
Thanks for the sub there, Faraz, Mohammed Khan, 10, and Zach James. Thumping down to Parabolica. Is James close enough? No, he's not. Dylan Tan so confident under brakes there. So I'm pretty sure we can expect a penalty for P3's Clinton Love, which means Zach James is back on the podium. That is speculation. Oh, there's a big off in the background. Jared Ellis is also not having a great time out of it today. Sanderson from the back of the grid, up to 23. Those cars are very similar looking.
They are very similar looking. Yeah, I wouldn't want either of them in my mirrors, let alone both of them.
Yeah, I'm going to need some Atlanta, I think.
Very deep on the brakes there from Denny Lynn, but he pulled it up, did well. You can hardly bloody see him on the road if it weren't for his lights. That matte black, he's just camouflaged on the road.
He'll chop these guys up, I reckon, when he gets there. Just hopefully this time he's filled up.
Oh, Denny, goodness me, he's pulled it up again, but he is hammering into these braking zones. Who's he got in front of him with these two pink liveries? I know one of them's Tom Sanderson, the other one's... Oh, I'm going to butcher that. Sakanakis?
Mate, that's pretty close.
No, it's
Nah,
bad.
You've added a
yeah.
K in there. Sakanayas?
Not right. Sakanius?
Sacanius. Sounds like a fruit fly. Sacanius.
He's gone past Chris Withers, and now we've got a Chris Withers sandwich.
Oh,
That's... Kept it out of the wall, but Ascari nearly got another one.
Gibbo's
Apparently
down
there's
P43.
There's a stop-go out there on the loose. Can you confirm that one for us, Glenn? Stewards have had enough and gone whack to someone, apparently.
30 seconds against Danny Tan again. Now he's picked up another 5 somewhere.
Yeah, no
Can't
stop go that
see.
I can see.
No stop go that I can see.
All right, you've let me down, Dylan.
Could possibly be a track given
apologise on
one.
behalf.
Whoa, and Sanderson's around.
Oh, he's going to be
He's
upset
had
now.
a night and a
Just
half,
not
hasn't he?
Benny's night, no.
And that McLaren
Taylor.
says, I'll take that, and that.
Danny Lynn, Brock Godfrey, all involved there. There is indeed a stop-go 10, according to our man Firelord, and he knows his stuff. He is a steward, so not sure who car 913 is, but
913. Okay, it's not showing on the...
I can't see it on my overlays. Mike, it's
No.
Mike's.
Yeah, Mike Real.
Okay, yeah, I can't see it on my thing. Anyway, we soldier on. It's been an eventful race too. This does happen in the reverse grids.
yep.
It's definitely part of it. Ignat's 7th, so he's dropped a couple.
Luca now 8 seconds clears. He's just walking away with this one. Ryan Duong currently holding the purple lap, but as I say that, Dylan Tan goes bang and he takes it over. He's firing along, trying to close the gap to Hermanto, but we've got Hignett coming up behind Ogold here. Zachary James, very good on the defensive. Doesn't need to there. Hignett not quite close enough on that occasion. Zachary's behind Clinton Love, and not sure whether he's being held up, but Hignett's closing the gap. If indeed Clinton Love is on debut, he's got a lot of pressure coming from behind because, as we said before, Zachary James super quick in multiple disciplines, and Benjamin Hignett also very fast, especially across the endurance series, Benjamin, but no slouch in the sprints as well. Loves his Bentley too, Benjamin Hignett, having another crack in that this season.
He certainly does. Remember race 1 in the finals last year? He was a rocket. He just couldn't quite get it all together. Bentley's had a very unfortunate race 1, and they showed a lot of pace throughout, but fell away a little bit. So revenge time for Hignett. He's got a
Well,
great
I'll tell
run
you
out of
what.
Ascari there.
Yeah, he did. Zachary just got a little crossed up on the exit. Gold's going to make him go around the outside of Parabolica, but again, we've seen, oh wow, just broke really deep in there. Might have outbroken himself a little bit. Ogold comes back, they get pretty close, but stay away. Ogold gets the run and the inside line up into turn 1. But don't know if that Bentley's got the slipstream, but he's just pulling away. Now he looks like he's got less wing or something. He's just got the extra pace down the straight there. Almost a car's length before they get to turn 1.
Oh, Zach James is unfortunate. The car ahead's kind of handcuffed him to not having a crack under brakes there. He's very good under brakes, is Zach James. And the car ahead looks like it is Clinton Love. So Humanto, who's in P2, has got a 15-second penalty. Tan in P3's got a 30. Haven't seen anything for Lovers yet, who's in P5, but no doubt he's going to pick up one. As he loses a couple of spots here.
That's cursed. I'm counting that one. You were about to say he's on for a podium.
Nah, I mean,
You've
he's
done
on
your
for
calculations.
a pen. He's on a pen. He's on for a pen. He spun Gibbo. Is it a curse? You can say whatever you want, mate. I'll accept it.
All right, no, play on.
That's beautiful.
Well, I thought you were about to say he's on for a podium, and I
did earlier. I did earlier. But this one, I do expect he's going to pick up something for his little spinny spin of Callum Gibbons. So it's going to really shake up this podium. So provisionally, it's Luca, Ryan Gion, and Benjamin Hignett.
Oh no, big Hignett! Oh no, Ben Hignett. Ascari gets another one. Two tricks, Ben. Didn't mean to jump in there, but Ascari's murdered another one, and he was parked across the road too. So some cars have had to do.
Now you can say I've cursed him because I just said he was on the podium.
Curse after curse.
So Russell Hall, who's made his return to the Sprint Series, is in P5, but he's a shaky chance here for a podium, as he bins it in turn 1.
Oh no.
Ascari has claimed a lot of drivers over the years. I'll try to find that replay.
Luca's really just having a nice Sunday drive, isn't he? 9.9 seconds in front.
You're not wrong. He's making it look easy.
Meanwhile, there's been bedlam behind him.
There's our replay graphic. Where's that been all night? Love that. Here he goes into the first part of his. Oh, it's lots of sausage. So he was unsettled from the start. Didn't like it. Oh,
wow, that thing took off. And that avoid by James. Oh, hang on. Did he get T-bone there? Wow. That. Oh, my goodness. The missing.
No. You weren't wrong. Ogold with the dodge has done very well there. But then a couple of cars behind. Who's that getting all crossed up there? It's Mark Bushell. Ah, no.
What can you do in this situation other than what he's tried to do? If the yellow flag's up, you should probably back off the throttle. Oh, that last little one on the throttle there probably cost him.
He kept it going straight, so not too bad. Could have been worse, but we love Hamster. We don't like seeing that. Lucky, mate.
Well, you're definitely seeing some racing tonight.
Have we ever? Just 5 minutes to go in this one.
Yeah, Love's picked up a 10-second penalty, but he has dropped down to P8. So provisional podium is Giacomo, Duon, Russell Hall. They'll be licking their lips. P4 down. Oh, there's a spin in the background. There is a garbage of gaggledness.
Garbage of gaggledness.
Yep.
Don't know about that one.
That's what it looks like, though.
A gaggle of garbage?
No, gaggle of gaggledness.
Garbage of gaggledness. All right, we'll write that one down.
No,
There's a couple more going off there too. Goodness, they're just having trouble now that the lights are gone down.
Just a shout out to Peach, who's come from last after lap 1 up to P13.
Great recovery.
Yeah, great shout. Well spotted, Glenn.
And likely to pick up some more here.
He has. He's just gone straight past Tyler. Don't know what he's struggling with, but he's dropped a couple of positions there.
I think he's got some damage. Most of these cars probably got some damage.
It's a schmozzle. That's a great word, Jan Terry.
Schmozzle is the word.
Schmozzle's a great word.
Jacob Weatherburn, it's got some damage. Wherever you look, there's something going on, unless you're at the top. Luca, nearly 10 seconds ahead. And that gap is a lot more than that with those 2 penalties to Hermanto and Tan.
Going to lose a giant bag of points is Dylan Tan. Might hold on to the fastest lap now that all the tyres have deteriorated. I don't think we'll see a faster one, but he's done himself a real disservice with all those penalties.
Hold my beer, he reckons. Okay, he can go quicker. But he's going to need to get rid of Hermanto out of his way. That's the thing with the drivers from SRO, it's a very high level stress and pressure in the SRO with the grid around you to push. Half the battle of the time is to keep it clean in that battle. You don't really get to practice it too much or care as much as people think. You've got to step down one tier to another league that's not the SRO. Get caught up a lot more and punished a lot more, which will probably teach you a lot about your racecraft, because half the battle is to drive with other guys that aren't quite as speedy as you or as knowledgeable. Right now he's been caught out for this race, but I expect big things from Dylan this season. As he's got a great run here.
He's got the pace.
Gibbons. Look away now, Jan. He's going to look on the inside. Mendo's left the door open and let him through. Not too concerned because they've got 15 seconds penalty separation. JP is on an absolute charge. He's got another one in his sights. He's got the inside up to P11. You say he was P last after the first lap. Is that what you said?
Yeah, he pitted after the home straight issue that he had early on.
That is a good recovery.
He was still coming around Curve La Grande when our leader was going through the first chicane after the restart.
Yep. He's done well. People will pick Aston again this year. It's a nice, safe car. As he nearly loses it, that would have been the best. Jesus.
Goodness me,
Christ.
what are you doing?
Oh my word.
Maybe we just all shut up for the end of the race.
Just play out the silence, you reckon? Let the car engines bring us home.
Well, Tom Sanderson's used all his bad luck, so I don't see anything else happening here to him.
Oh gosh.
Oh, up the inside of Lesmo too.
Oh my
Get
God.
a little bit drifty on the exit. He tried his hardest.
That's a nice overtake though.
It was a great overtake. George Fowler,
Fowler's
who's
gonna fight
no
back.
slouch. Yeah, he's going to come back. On the outside Ascari. We've seen so much death in Ascari, boys. Please don't do it.
Here we go.
Oh, no. Fowler takes the Sandy Beach line. Does
He's
well,
done
really.
that pretty
to-
well, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Stayed out of everyone's way. But he'll be feeling pretty hard done by. Here's
Yeah.
Mike Rear.
Poor Mike has had a one to forget as well.
There's been plenty who've had ones to forget, unfortunately. But it's a long season. And there's plenty of points still up for grabs, so they'll be back. A lot of fun still to be had in the Sprint Series. Very good track list this season.
Couple of drive-throughs showing there
Could be for track limits.
for Min and for Steenkamp.
So this is the final lap. And the man of the hour, Luca, is running away with it here in race 2. He's got such a good name, he's even used it as his team name. Well done, Luca. Picks up P1 here, race 2. in the McLaren.
The leader has finished the race.
Tam will cross the line in P2, but will move down quite a few places with his penalties. Manto will do the same. Ryan Juwong will pick up P2. Russell Hall should pick up P3. And then the deltas come into play in the calculations to see if James can move up a few more. Hignet's just got Newen. Newen's had to pit at the end. If you've already got a... Don't serve the drive-through if it's the last lap. It will mean stuff all difference. Oh, Baldwin's done the same thing. No, he hasn't. Bank shoulders, Steenkamp's gone in. Race there by Parkin. Top 20. Taylor, P19. This whole grid's going to shuffle around. There's been quite a few penalties given out late here.
Yeah, busy night for the stewards. Plenty of action in split yellow, but even more action in split green. As is the standard for split green the last couple of seasons. Doesn't matter what you do, you throw different drivers in there, we've got different cars, different tracks, doesn't matter what you do, it just seems to land on split green. As you said, it was split red last season though, so it might have something to do with the time slot, people just getting a little bit tired towards the end of the night.
Not these early.
Is it?
For me it is.
Is it? Goodness me.
Give it all you can.
I'm ready to
Yeah,
pass
but
out by 9:30 most times.
Rightio, timetable. Let's just look out. Actually, I want to see race 2 shook out. So there we go. Geelong and Hall, P2, P3. Zach James has moved up to P4, and Manto's going to finish 5th. Hignett, Bartlett, Harding, Love, Dylan Tan, he's going to finish 11th. So let's go back to the start. Geelong 10, Sneakers, Pro-Am, we have Zervik, Love, Sanderson, AM, Parkin and Barker. Barker and Parkin, reversed to AM, race 2. Love, Bushell, Baldwin, and Giacomin, Geelong, Hall for race number 2. And that's us done and dusted, gents.
What a night. Goodness me. Well done, split yellow. Well done, split green. Well done, chat. Excellent performance by you, chat.
Yep, very good. Very much on the ball tonight, chat. Well done.
And with that, we are going to sign off. I've got an appointment in 15 minutes. And we'll see you again for tomorrow night for Split Blue and Blue. The other splits. Anyway.
Split blue and split red.
It's 2 colours.
Love you, chat. See you tomorrow.
See you all.
Nice
Catch
work,
up.
Glenn. See you, Neil.
Cheers. See you tomorrow.
Catch us. Bye.